And welcome to Tiffin, Iowa. Lovely Tiffin, Iowa. I'm Joel Kraushaar on your Discover Muscatine call here for the Muscatine Muskies against Creek-Amana. My partner Ben Neitzel back with us in the broadcast booth on what is a beautiful night here in eastern Iowa and a wonderful night for some high school football as the Muscatine Muskies, coming off a loss last week against North Scott, will face the 0-1 Clear Creek-Amana Clippers, who lost 27-28 to Mount Pleasant last week. This is your pregame show presented by Discover Muscatine. We're looking forward to another fine game tonight, Ben. What a picturesque evening for football here in in eastern Iowa.
Could not be better weather, Joel. Great temperature, sun's out, nice looking field with the synthetic turf there. Looks awesome. Great night for football.
Yeah, what is a beautiful facility here in Tiffin at Clear Creek-Amana High School, one of the premier 3A facilities here in the state. Again, Clear Creek coming off a tough loss against the Mount Pleasant Panthers, and the Muskies coming off a difficult loss, 26-0 against North Scott. Ben, you know, the first game's out of the way, and now the Muskies get to move on to week 2, and sometimes that's the week that you see some of the biggest jumps in improvement.
Well, you'd expect to see some of the nerves, be gone, and so a little bit more calm, composed play. You tend to get a lot less weirdness when you get to week 2, so we'll be expecting that from the Muskies. And again, we talk about it in coaching a lot. The nice thing about sports is you always get another chance. You don't have to wait too long for your next chance. So I know a little disappointment for Coach Hawkins and the Muskies there last week, and opportunity comes next week to improve upon their play and hopefully get into that win column tonight.
And one of the bright spots from last Friday night was Mentor Cooper, the running back for the Muskies. 20 carries, 78 yards, averaging just under 4 yards a carry. And really most of that came in the second half, as he was one of the big bright spots for the Muskies. And it'll be interesting to see if Mentor gets the call again tonight with the injury to Tim Nimley, the All-State running back for the Muskies.
Well, I think regardless of Tim's status, you're going to see Mentor getting some carries. The guy's a very talented athlete, great runner. And even if Tim's 100%, the ability to have a second guy in there, run some fakes, or just give Tim a break on the sideline after a big run or after a couple workhorse runs is invaluable. So, Mentor's a kid who could start in a lot of 4A schools at running back, and so, you're silly not to use him. I know Coach Hawkins knows that, and he's going to put that kid to use tonight.
And you mentioned, just having him as a breather for the running back, but just getting the running game going. You hear broadcasters talk about it all the time. It's an important part of football is to get that running game going to help your passing game, and that's something that Jake Draves, the Muscatine starting quarterback, really is hoping that the run game can get going so that it frees up some of his receivers on the outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of weapons, but you've got to put those weapons in position to make plays, and so I agree with you. If you can get a little bit of run game going, if you get 7-8 guys creeping into the box, that's going to create some single coverage, which we would expect to see tonight. I expect to see Clear Creek running some cover 1, so having some man underneath. That means you got a safety deep. That's going to create some opportunities for some separation, for some double moves. Again, especially if you don't get any drop from those linebackers because they're stepping up hard in the box, trying to stop Tim, trying to stop Mentor, or who's ever getting those carries. So I would agree, try to run that ball early, get those guys pushing up on defense, and that's going to allow you to take advantage of some of those one-on-one opportunities, especially on the edges.
And some of those receivers that we'll see the ball get out to tonight are Mason Beatty, Prince Wee, Eli Gay, all saw action outside, and we've seen in pregame warm-ups some players like Xander Morgan playing on both sides of the ball, maybe at the wide receiver position. And we might see Reed Olsis, who's one of our key defensive players for the Muskies. He was taking some snaps on the offensive side of the ball as well. Defensively for Muscatine, really in the second half, played an outstanding half of football, led by Tongan Deason, who was the leading tackler for the Muskies last week, but also just really consistent linebacker play across the board for the Muskies. And that means your defensive line is doing the job that they need to do when the linebackers are able to run that free.
Well, when you run a 3-4 defense, that's it, right? Your D linemen are not going to make a lot of plays unless they're just special. You're going to put those guys in the gaps, get their hands on people, and then your linebackers, we talk about all the time. Linebackers have got to step up and have got to make plays. You can't be backpedaling. You can't be flat-footed. You want to take that forward step, make your reads, get up there and tackle kids, and those are going to be your playmakers, especially in a defense here where they're going to want to blitz a lot of guys. 1-2 guys are going to be coming every single play for Coach Hawkins, and so figuring out where those guys are coming from, putting them opportunities to make plays is going to be critical for the Muskies tonight.
You see Coach Mike Truitt, the head sophomore coach, finding his way up to the press box. 42-8 in the curtain raiser here in Tiffin, Iowa. The Muskies winning 42-8 over Clear Creek-Amana in the sophomore game. And we were just talking about Jake Draves being able to push the ball down the field, hopefully after getting some good established running. That's one of the challenges, though, when you play this Clear Creek-Amana is they have one of the premier edge rushers, not just in the state of Iowa, but in the Midwest. Number 88, TJ Bowlers, who plays a defensive end outside linebacker position, also plays some tight end, but the future Wisconsin Badger is definitely a
warm-ups being a little bit disruptive, so I'm excited to see him play. Nice thing here for the Muskies, though, Joel, when you're an edge rusher. There's 2 edges.
Absolutely. There's 2 edges. You can go the other direction, and that puts a lot of pressure on the young man on the other side. But TJ Bowler's coming in at 6'4", 250 pounds. The kind of player you don't get to see every Friday night, and so it'll be interesting to see him tonight, and looking forward to watching that young man. We're going to go ahead and step away. We're going to take about a 2-minute break here. Actually, we're going to make a 2-minute break, and we'll be back for kickoff for the Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
Pearl City Construction? Who owns
Bark
Pearl City
Chiropractic
Construction?
and Rehab Clinic has moved. Their new facility is designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed. And though they're just down the road from their previous location, they've more than doubled the space to provide top-of-the-line chiropractic care for
it's
you.
Red Hot Church.
Continue serving them their new location, or check out their website for a free virtual walkthrough tour. Go visit Bark Chiropractic at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Welcome to Bark Chiropractic.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition.
And welcome back to Tiffin, Iowa, Clear Creek-Amana High School, as the Muscatine Muskies take on Clear Creek-Amana in Week 2 of Iowa High School football, as the Muskies take the field, and Ben and Neitzel and Joel Kraushaar here on the call. Ben, we talked a little bit about TJ Bowlers, the outstanding player for Clear Creek-Amana, but Ryan Navarra, their quarterback, 14 of 23 for 155 yards passing, was able to average over 11 yards per completion in the passing game, had 1 touchdown. He was bitten by the interception bug in Week 1, and also got 175 yards rushing from Alex Figueroa. Lots of weapons on.
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, very talented. I believe they're returning all their skill players from that started last year, Joel. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they bring out here early on, as they're going to be getting the ball to start, and see some of those veteran leaders at the skill positions, what they can do here live in person.
So Clear Creek-Amana won the coin toss, elected to receive. So that will put the Muscatine defense on the field to start this game. And this kickoff team will hope to pin the Clippers back, deep in their own field position. As the new head coach for the Muscatine Muskies, Greg Baker, the head coach for Clear Creek-Amana. Kicking off for the Muskies will be number 68, Cruz Schliessman. And Crew's kick is going to take a good bounce. It looks like it's going to go, it went out right at the 1 yard line. So unfortunately, that will be a penalty, and the Clippers will start at their 35-yard line.
Yeah, tough break for Crew there. You hate to see a ball go out of bounds as a special teams coach. I know Coach Krieger, Coach Ball probably a little upset, but, he kicked it in a nice spot. Just kind of took a bad bounce. Clear Creek-Amana bounce there as it spiraled out at the 1. And a little bit of a bad break, but nice kick for Crew to start off other than the final roll.
Thought for a moment the young deep man for Clear Creek-Amana was going to try to make a return there, which would have been an ill-advised pickup. So that'll bring the Clear Creek-Amana out, their offense out. Looks like a 4 wide receiver set with Navarra at quarterback. Bowlers will go in motion, and they give it to Figueroa, who's got a seam up the middle.
And that young man put on a clinic last week, Joel. I believe he had 175 yards on the ground.
And you can see there he's what looks to be a pretty quick first step type back, and he found a seam and went hard. Got a quick tempo here for the Clippers.
Little over penetration there by TD. He's got to stay right at the heel depth. Then he can make that play. If he takes himself upfield like that, he gets out of the play a little bit.
So when you're talking heel depth, you're talking about in regards to where the offensive linemen start? Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah, so the defensive feet just staying kind of in that general area where the offensive lineman's feet started the play. Then you've got ability to slide left and right and make plays. If you get deep, a guy can beat you without you actually getting blocked.
Clipper comes in motion, give to Figueroa again, who's met in the hole nicely.
Nice stack up there by the Muskies.
And that looks to be...
Looked like Josh Thomas there on the leading the tackle from the linebacker
Thomas,
spot.
Who missed the game last week with an injury, back in the game, one of the top tacklers from the team last year returning, filling nicely from his inside linebacker position.
Yeah, Josh is a very nice inside linebacker, does a great job, very coachable kid, steps up and looks for the play. So it'd be nice to have him in the lineup this week for Coach Hawkins, I know that.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 for Clear Creek-Amana.
Bringing some motion across there with the talented senior. Yeah.
Who is going to get a 5-yard completion there, maybe a little bit more. And that is a...
too easy there, Joel, a little too easy. Just brought him across in motion down to the bottom of the formation there, get him out into the flat, and ask a smaller kid to try to make a play, which you could not do, and it's all you needed for the 3rd and 3.
So now an empty set here for Clear Creek-Amana at 1st and 10 from their 41-yard line, from the Muskie 41. And the handoff is to Figueroa on a jet sweep, and it is easy.
Sweep motion. I don't know if I'd call it a jet sweep. It looked kind of like a broken down Volkswagen sweep there with sweep.
From the Muskie 46-yard line.
And we're going to see that a lot tonight with a lot of motion coming from both sides from Clear Creek as far as getting guys into different positions. Again, coming with the empty set here with the trips down to the bottom of the screen. Little arena motion there, Joel.
So that little swing pass now out to Tom Johnson, who's going to cut back in. And there's the pursuit defense. And nicely done there by Reed Olsis and the team to gang tackle. A great pursuit there from the Muscatine defense. Well, it could have been a big gain.
Yeah, did a nice job, and Reed made him bounce a little bit there, and Anthony Sanchez came up and finished the play off. Nice team defense.
So a gain of 4, so it'll be 3rd and 11 now.
Great opportunity here. Now you might see a little middle screen action. We'll see here. Oh, come on.
And that's going to be an offsides penalty. Trying to time up the blitz was Thomas, and a good delayed count there from Clear Creek-Amana.
Well, it's just I know Coach Hawkins you hear me in my voice, but I know he's frustrated too. You get yourself in a great position there, 3rd and 11, and you bring in a little bit of pressure.
That is one thing you and I both have in common, Ben, as we've been defensive play callers on Friday nights, and that is a maddening feeling for anyone on a coaching staff. But now that'll bring up 3rd and 7, and you just got to move on to the next play.
Yep, still 3rd and long. A lot of options open here. Might even be 2-down territory for Clear Creek, especially after the penalty.
But a bobbled snap, and it's taken by Navarra, and it's going to be just a little bit short, I think. And I think he was going to intend to give that. That might have been a busted play with the bobbled snap.
Yeah, very nice play by the quarterback there to catch the snap under pressure and still turn that into a positive gain. Should have been a no loss at best, and he got some yards out of it to make it a very doable 4th down here.
So 4th and 2 with 9 minutes to play in the first quarter, first possession of the game for Clear Creek-Amana.
Be interesting to see if they try to get in the big man's hands again here. Probably not going to bring him across the formation on the short side.
Trying to get over the,
oh, no,
if
Muskies.
anything, this should have been maybe a false start. I don't know if that – they are going to call contact, a delayed contact call, so it is going to be offside. So that will be a first down for the Muskies – or, excuse me, for the Clippers.
You know, when you're sitting there, Joel, in 3rd and 11 and you give up 10 yards worth of penalties, it's just very difficult.
Yep.
You put yourself in a great position, then you take yourself right out of it. I know it's tough.
And these are the things that you just have to try to move on from, and Muscatine hoping to do that. A little tighter formation now here. Is this unbalanced?
Doesn't look like it to me.
And it's going to be given to Figueroa, who cuts back, and pushes the pile forward.
Great strength out of a kid who's doesn't, from up here at least, doesn't look that big.
And so that'll be, are they giving a first down yardage?
They're not moving the sticks.
So
now
the
they
sticks
go.
are gonna move.
Now they're moving them.
So it'll be first and inside the red zone from the 16.
This is almost like a modified full house look here. So we got 2 guys kind of uptight. It's not. There was only 7 on the line, so you don't have an unbalanced here.
So the Muskies, they give us to Figueroa, and he's met by TD in the hole. So a big stop there on first down for the Muskie defense.
Nice job there by Coach Hawkins. It's clear the Muskies had that scout out a little bit. They're not looking. You know, sometimes you get some of those little tricky formations. You get in disarray. Muskies know what's going on. Good reads. Guys had their gaps. That set that up.
A little bit of competition going between Reed Olstis and Bowlers there on that play down the field. We'll keep an eye on that and see if that heats up as the game goes on. 4 wide receiver set for Clear Creek as Bowlers now comes in motion into the formation. And they give it to Figueroa. And Olstis, he's able to get outside, stiff arms, down to the 5.
Right into the face mask. The kid got it, bust into the left, kind of settles down behind his lineman, nothing going there, is able to cut back right as the defense opens up and turn into a big positive run there.
First and goal for Creek-Amana from the 5-yard line, 7:46 to play here in the first quarter.
They need a big push here by the Muskies. Got a wing there to the top side.
Right
job.
In the middle of the hole. What a play. That was Diego Rangel, Jorge Ocampo.
Yeah, George led the charge right there. Came right up, must have been in on the blitz, stacked him up, and away they go. Great job.
But you can get safeties who get involved in the run game there in the red zone. That's huge.
Well, as I said last week, George's strength is he's a really good cover guy, but he loves to come up and hit too. So he's a very, having a kid like that at defensive back really helps you out.
Where's the right number for that? I don't know if he ever saw Bob Sanders play. He probably was not even born yet when he played for the Hawkeyes. But 33 coming up and putting the stick on somebody.
Comes the motion.
Second and goal for Clear Creek. Sprint out to the right. As goes Navarra. And he throws, and that's going to be a touchdown. Bowlers with a catch and extends it over the pylon. Pretty good coverage on there for the Muskies.
Yeah, they had George Ocampo on him, and George was covering him, but kid's such a big target, you're going to have to get a little bit more in front of him there. He's too wide for George to go around and get that hand. We'll bring another guy in. Nice play call there, though. That's a tough one to stop for the Muskies.
Swinging gate look on the extra point here for the Clippers.
Throwback to 1982. That's very exciting.
And they move into the traditional field goal formation. And the extra point.
People always got that
good.
Swinging gate scouted there. Joel makes me kind of wonder, is that just sometimes the special teams coordinator just wants everybody to remember he's still around.
Right. Anthony Hennis, it looks like, with the extra point. And so that makes it 7-0, and we're going to step away for 30 seconds on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
And we are back here in Tiffin, Iowa at Clear Creek-Amana High School as the Muscatine Muskies are taking on Clear Creek-Amana in week 2 of a Muscatine high school football season here on Discover Muscatine. We're in a mandatory water break, and which is something that is new this year. This is a safety precaution that the Iowa High School Athletic Association has mandated, that I think after every certain minutes of play they are required to do a water break, which really turns into a nice extra coaching period on the sidelines. It's a free timeout, and it happens
is that all season long?
I believe it is. I believe it's part of the new COVID precautions that they put in. I'm not sure how that all works, and I could be speaking completely out of turn on that, I will be honest. So it's new this year, and I don't hate it. It was really nice last week when it was a pretty warm night for these players.
Well, and they'd kind of, in the past, they'd kind of informally put that in on the hot nights,
right?
You know.
So yeah, I think they made it just more of a universal thing. So now, as the safety dance by men without hats brings the Muscatine kickoff return on, back deep for the Muskies is Prince Wee and Eli Gay. The safety dance is a standard of the Kraushaar family dance party soundtrack. So.
Fair enough.
Speaking of 1982. And the kick from Hennis is deep, and that's going to be returnable for the Muskies. There's Eli Gay with the return. He's got a little bit of a seam. He gets out just shy of the 20-yard line, does Gay.
Yeah, he may just want to let that one go next time.
Yeah,
it's very nice coverage by Clear Creek-Amana there, though.
So it'll be the first offensive possession of the night for the Muskies. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line, as Jake Draves and the Muskie offense comes out with Mentor Cooper at tailback. Nolan Recker split wide, along with Eli Gay and Prince Wee to the bottom of the formation with Mason Beatty at the top. Beatty, and that is intercepted. Intercepted there by number 10.
Looks
Mason
like
Stanfield.
Yeah, Mason Stanfield with the pick there. You know, and that's some of that you wonder too, Joel, is that just frustration? Obviously didn't have a great offense.
It looks like Draves is actually down, still back behind the play here. I didn't see the contact.
You know, as I was saying, just a little frustration. Last week you didn't get any points. You want to put something, make something happen. Draves had a nice little swing out there. You know, the Creek, there was 3-on-2 for the Muskies here to the bottom of the screen. He got a little option to make a little dump off, get 5 to 7 yards. He tries to go deep strike. Kid maybe had a step on him. If he takes the little underneath route, we're still in possession of the ball. So you can't fault the kid for wanting to get after it. He maybe had him, but tough break for the Muskies here, and hopefully Jake's okay.
Yeah, the training staff is working on Jake Draves right now. He is on his knees talking with the staff. It doesn't appear. I can't make any diagnosis or decision from our booth, nor with my skill set. But hopefully the young man is able to return to this ball game from at his quarterback position. So now that sudden change, some of those things that we were talking about in the pregame, working from week 1 to week 2, sudden change opportunity here for the defense. And that was one of the things that Muscatine lacked in week 1, was getting a takeaway, and that's something that's so important to any defense. And I know Coach Hawkins really wants to see them win the turnover margin.
Well, I mean, it's a huge predictor of football victories at all levels. I mean, the ability to have the possession more often, to get the ball in an advantageous position, as we talked about a little bit last week, to turn that field position, those are all critical things. So, for the Muskie defense, this is going to be a tall task here. They were on the field quite a bit there, only had a short break. They're going to have to come out and really step up and get a stop.
And Jake is up now, walking off under his own power.
That's great to see.
Which is a good sight. So with 6:42 to play, with Clear Creek-Amana will take over again on offense as Ryan Navarra leads his offense back out onto the field in what was primarily a run-heavy first possession.
Yeah, into the shotgun formation, but still running. Here comes the arena motion, which means he's back behind him.
They're going to throw that swing, and he could pass
That's a double
That's
pass.
back, and he's got a man open. And he's got number 7, Hampson Rosenberg, for a touchdown. Little trick play from the Clippers coming out of the sudden change. And Rosenberg with the TD.
And it smelled funny. Anytime you run that pass and it's a backwards pass, you think, boy, that's always dangerous. And so are they you know, they got something up their sleeve, and sure enough, a little trickery, a little chicanery here early gives them the 2-touchdown lead.
So Bowlers with the touchdown pass, who is a member of the state qualifying baseball team here at Clear Creek-Amana, led by former Muscatine Community College head coach and former Muscatine assistant coach Nick Zumzande. As Hennis comes on for the extra point. And that kick is up, and it is good. So Clear Creek takes a lead, 14-0, with 6:35 to play here in the first quarter. We're going to take a 30-second break on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner.
And we are back at Clear Creek-Amana. The kick is taken by Eli Gay inside the 5, and he's now got a seam up the right side. And Gay.
Big series here for the Muskies, Joel. Need to get some forward momentum. I saw Draves warming up on the sideline. Hopefully we're going to see him. Let's see if he comes out here.
Yep, number 2 is coming back on the field. Jake Draves returning to the quarterback spot after throwing an interception on the first play of their first possession. And then on a quick strike, Clear Creek-Amana scored on a trick play, a double pass, TJ Bowlers to Rosenberg to take the 14-0 lead as the Muskies offense looks to get the ball moving up the field.
Mentor Cooper in the backfield.
Little swing pass out to Nolan Recker, and he is tackled. Nice open field tackle by looks like 15,
Yep.
Anthony Hennis.
That was Hennis.
So Muscatine now 2nd and 11 from the 23.
Going to mix it up, it looks like maybe. Put 2 backs in the backfield here.
Recker in that fullback, H-back type position. Draves now gives it to Cooper, who's got a seam, breaks a tackle. Big run from Mentor Cooper. About a 9-yard gain for the Muskie senior.
Nice work by the Muskie interior line there, and also Stolfus pulling through on a little skip pull coming up the middle and setting that hole open for Cooper to slide through.
That is actually a first down. They did just signal it a first down. So the Muskies now with a big 11-yard gain will be 1st and 10 from the Muskie 33-yard line, 34-yard line. And this was a formation that gave them a lot of success last week, too. Give is to Cooper, who cuts it outside. He cuts it back, and now he's back all the other side of the field. And another big run for Cooper.
Nice little move, like we talked about. Great mix of athleticism and strength from Cooper. Really a pleasure to watch that kid run the ball.
Good vision there by Cooper, too, to get back to the opposite side of the field.
Well, nice job by the line to stay on their blocks, too.
So that tempo, Muscatine goes up, beat, gives it to Cooper, who's bouncing it again, and he is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like that was a tackle by number 22, Ethan Pegump. 21, excuse me. Nate Beckman. So quick tempo. Draves now keeps it on the read, and he's got a hole. Draves put his shoulder down. Nice little run there from the quarterback position.
Good job on the read. The run was not on. He pulls the ball and goes up through and puts him into a very manageable 3rd and 3 here.
So good run there from the Muscatine senior quarterback, Jake Draves. 3rd and 3 from the Clipper 44-yard line.
It's a great shot, but the problem is if you miss the shot.
Snap is to Draves.
So
And he gets it to Cooper off right tackle. He breaks
the
tackle.
Nice.
He's got an open field now. See if he can pull away. And he is brought down by number 10, Cooper. Ben right now, right tackle, right side, making some headway there for the Muskie defense, or Muskie offense.
Well, and it's worth noting that Clear Creek-Amana does not have their stud defender in right now. He's on the sideline getting a break.
Cooper at tailback. He's going to get the hot hand again, and he cuts up the field into the second level, almost breaks the tackle, and it'll be 1st and goal inside the red zone, brought to you by First National Bank of Muscatine, as the Muskies will have 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Great push from the Muscatine front 5. There
at the end allowed the backside defenders to catch him. Nice job by the Muskies here.
Now a heavy formation now for the Muskies. TD coming into the fullback spot along with Nick Peterson. And Buller's back into the ball game for the Clippers. Draves is going to come under center. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Give us to Cooper. He cuts
wide
it.
Open.
And he's going to find his way into the end zone. Mentor Cooper, touchdown for the Muscatine Muskies.
Nice play call there. A little bit of patience, read the outside defensive end, were able to get up, and then Mentor just put a little move on and walked into the end zone. Great series by the Muskies to answer.
And a great job from the running back position of being patient and finding the hole, not just crashing into the line.
Yeah.
So that'll bring on, it's like, is this Prince Wee for the kick? Prince Wee with the extra point. The left-footed kicker. This is the first we've seen Prince kick extra points tonight.
Look good.
And that is good. So 14-7, 2:54 to play. We're going to step away for 30 seconds here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Bart Chiropractic and Rehab Clinic has moved. Their new facility is designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed, and though they're just down the road from their previous location, they've more than doubled the space to provide top-of-the-line chiropractic care for you. They are excited to continue serving the Muscatine area and hope to see you soon. You can stop into their new location or check out their website for a free virtual walkthrough tour. Go visit Bart Chiropractic at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Welcome to Bart Chiropractic.
And we are back at Tiffin, Iowa. Clear Creek-Amana High School, Muscatine, with a big answer off of the large trick play for the Clippers, who took the 14-0 lead off of a trick play double pass from T.J. Bullers to Rosenberg. Muscatine marches right down the field on a 4-minute drive, primarily running the ball with Mentor Cooper, and answers with their own touchdown, trailing 14-7. Ben, that was a huge drive for the Muskies.
Well, absolutely. I mean, not only to get back into this ball game, but again, you don't score any points in the first game. You're into your first quarter here. Just settle your nerves down in your offense. Give some guys some confidence. Great play calling. Way to stay with the hot hand. Not trying to get too crazy. Just stuff's working. Keep running it. Excellent running by Mentor. Great line opening by the offensive line, and that's the kind of drive you want to see out of the Muskies early in the ball game.
Cruz Schliessman to kick off for the Muskies. And Cruz a line drive kick that comes down right around the 10-yard line, and it's taken by Johnson. And Johnson fights his way to the 32-33-yard line. So the Clippers with decent field position off that kickoff return, but a nice line drive kick there from Crew.
Yeah, kind of a modified squib there, just keeping it low, not giving them opportunity for a big return.
So the Muskie defense, who is trying to recover from that trick play, but the offense helped him out, giving him a break. You know, had a nice sustained drive there and got points on the board. So Navarro will bring his offense back on the field at quarterback with Figueroa in at tailback. And the give is to Figueroa. And he is bottled up there, just a short gain on first down.
Yeah, nice job by the Muskie defense. But man, that kid's got a great cutback step. I got to say, very nice of getting up to the line, planting his foot, and going either direction. Luckily, the Muskies stayed home, heel depth as we talked about earlier, and were able to make the play on him.
Very quick in the hole is Figueroa. Navarro with doubles formation. He gets the snap. He's out to pass, out pattern, complete to Rosenberg, who's driven out of bounds by Eli Gay for the Muskies.
That's just a great pass and catch there by quarterback and receiver. And I'll tell you, when you run this shotgun offense and you've got that spread out there, if you can make those passes, throw good passes and make those catches, that becomes very difficult to stop.
Yeah, the outside out cut is one of the hardest passes to defend if you execute it correctly. Navarro now checking back to the sideline as Clear Creek reviews Muscatine's coverage and adjusts the play at the line. 2:14 to play here in the first quarter. They give it to Figueroa, who bounces it outside, and great pursuit from Anthony Sanchez from his inside linebacker position.
Yeah, and that looked like a busted play. They had some pullers not going in the direction that they looked to be running the ball, so I don't know. There might have been some confusion there after the long delay. I think the coordinator would like to have that one back.
But Olsis turned it back inside, and Sanchez was right there, ready to wrap up Figueroa. So that'll be 4th now and 5 as the the punt formation comes on the field.
Coach Williams down there screaming, key the ball. Don't need another one of those offsides here, especially in this situation.
Snap is high, caught and kicked. And Ocampo back deep for the Muskies saying, get away from it, and the ball is going to roll out right around the 16, 17-yard line.
All the way down to about the 10-yard line.
And the official's going to walk back and get the final spot. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Muskie 17-yard line.
Great little offense defensive series for the Muskies. Now worth noting, TJ Bowlers was not in either one of those series. He's now back in the game, so he must not be an injury issue. Just kind of peculiar, but we'll see him back in the game here, back to his defensive end position.
And he is at the left end position of the Clear Creek defense. Draves back in that fullback I formation. They give it to Cooper, who breaks a tackle, now reverses back. Jake Draves with a great block on 88 Bowlers. And Cooper gets out to the 8 or 9 yard line. Phenomenal run.
Yeah, I mean, great block is strong, but he definitely got in his way, which is great courage. Let's say that. So he got in his way, slowed him down.
You're a quarterback going against the high school All-American. That's all you got to do is just get in the way.
Very nice job there. Little cutback block for the Muskies. Might have been lucky to not draw the flag there. Officials in the high school level love throwing laundry on that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't. I just saw the aftermath of that. I didn't see the actual contact. So Draves and the Muskies, it's 2nd and 2. Give his back to Cooper on the right side, and he keeps pushing that pile straight forward. And that'll be another first down for the Muskies.
Cooper getting the ball carrier. Gain of 4 on the play. Out to about the 32.
Nothing flashy about what the Muskies are doing right now. They're just buckling their chin straps up and coming right at Clear Creek-Amana, Ben.
Well, and I don't think you have to be flashy. You got very talented kids. You got a nice offensive line. Just run your base stuff. Make them stop you.
They give it to Cooper, who runs underneath, gets straight ahead. He's going to have another gain of about 2 or 3 there on first down.
Cooper once again the ball carrier for the Muskies.
3 yards and a cloud of rubber pellets here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they decide to run a play here, or take down the play, just take the clock down and end the first quarter. Looks like they want to go, I guess.
10 seconds to go. Ride the momentum here. They're going to come to the line of scrimmage. 6 seconds to the quarter, and they're going to go for it. And that pass is high, and it'll be incomplete with 1 second to go here now in the first quarter. That incompletion will stop the clock. So 3rd and 7 now from the Muscatine 34-yard line. So this will be the final play of the first quarter.
Interesting. This coach seems to like to dial up the rocket screen a little bit here. You've got the man coverage underneath with the man in the back. You might be able to get something going here.
And they throw the rocket screen to Eli. He's got some open field now, and he is dangerous in the field. Eli Gay across midfield down to the 42-yard line of Clear Creek-Amana. Huge 3rd down conversion for the Muskies.
Yeah, really nice job. Got the lineman out on that like you want to see. Eli's a dangerous player. And again, that's going to be one of the advantages you have when you got that man underneath. You've got a little bit more space for some of that soft routes and let an athlete run and make a play for you. Great call.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to step away for 60 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
And welcome back to Tiffin, Iowa, as Muscatine travels on the road for their second game of the season. As Clear Creek-Amana, Muscatine started the second quarter, just made a big third down conversion on a screen pass to Eli Gay, who got it out over midfield as the Muscatine Muskies trail Clear Creek-Amana 14-7. It was really an exciting first quarter of football, Ben.
Yeah, really, very, very well played by both teams. Clear Creek-Amana came out of the gate real hot there. Muskies kind of on the back heels, but in the second half of that quarter, we're able to turn around, make some nice offensive plays, get a big defensive stop, and keep the drive alive here to end the quarter.
And the story of the first quarter for the Muskies was the running of Mentor Cooper and the offensive line, really imposing their will in the first quarter. As Draves, with play action, he's going to boot out to the left, and he finds Gay from the slot.
It's going to look like maybe a second and short to me.
Yeah, close to the first down marker, and that spot is a little bit shy of where the initial contact, I think, was, but it'll make it 2nd and 2.
Maybe second and longer than we expected.
Fair enough.
Nice job there. Good little play action, settle Draves down, give him a nice pass there to kind of calm him after that interception. I like that play call by Coach.
So just at the beginning of the second quarter, Muscatine trails by 1 touchdown. Draves now gives it to Cooper, who finds a spot and slashes up, and that will be another first down for the Muskie senior.
Great patience there. It took his line a little bit of a while to get there from the pole. The left side was pulling down to the bottom of the screen. He was able to wait for those guys. Once they got in, use his explosion to get up and go and get through and get that first down picked up.
I think the scout of the other teams, you look at the Muscatine roster and you think, okay, Nimley's the guy. There's not been a ton of film on Mentor Cooper, but as you said, what started a lot of other programs. Cooper now, he breaks into the secondary on cue, stiff arms his way inside the red zone, and he is taken down at the 1-yard line as Muscatine re-enters the First National Bank of Muscatine.
Up front, all he needs is a little bit of hole, and he's a kid who really, sky's the limit for that guy. Really, his talent level is really tremendous. When he is dedicated, when he wants to be successful, there's nobody that can stop him.
And you would know, having coached all of these youngsters as sophomores, Draves quarterback sneak, and he tries to find his angle to get into the end zone.
A little bit like a feather pushing through bricks there, Joel. That was not. Wasn't going to quite work.
It was a good defensive push there from the Clipper defensive line.
Yeah, they stacked him up. Draves has got to get just a little bit lower. Tough kid, but.
And the Muskies 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. And he's going to now get in with a huge push from the right side of the offensive line. Touchdown, Muskies, Jake Draves.
Well, I think one thing Jake did a nice job there is instead of just pre-committing to the hole, he kind of waited for a second, saw where he was getting a good push, and slid in almost like a rugby scrum there. Technically, for the aficionados, that'd be a maul out there.
Is that a rugby?
Well,
term?
When it's standing and you're pushing forward, then it's a maul. Yep.
The scrum is when they're on the ground.
Yeah, when they start down. Yep.
Former world champion rugby player Ben Neitzel educating us all.
It was only national. Yes.
Sorry.
I don't mind the upgrade, but.
Prince Wee on for the extra point. And it is good. Muscatine ties the ball game, 14-14, 10:05 to go in the first quarter. We'll take another quick break on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Bark Chiropractic and Rehab Clinic has moved. Their new facility is designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed, and though they're just down the road from their previous location, they've more than doubled the space to provide top-of-the-line chiropractic care for you. They are excited to continue serving the Muscatine area and hope to see you soon. You can stop into their new location or check out their website for a free virtual walkthrough tour. Go visit Bark Chiropractic at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Welcome to Bark Chiropractic.
Welcome back to Clear Creek-Amana High School as Muscatine has tied this ball game up. Joel Kraushaar, Ben Neitzel on the call here with Discover Muscatine Sports Network. And Ben, what a huge last two offensive possessions and defensive possession for the Muskies.
Yeah, and I think this is the Muscatine team everybody was expecting and hoping to see. You know, creating holes on the offensive line, completing some passes when need be, and getting some great running, pushing you up and down the field.
Yeah, and it's something that we didn't see them do last week against North Scott, and I think a lot of that had to do with that's a fine team in Eldridge the Muscatine played last week. And they found the rhythm here offensively, and I've liked what I've seen from the offensive line for Muscatine.
Yeah, really done a nice job. Really have.
So kicking off now for the Muskies will be, it looks like we have a different person kicking off. I mean, we don't have this individual on our roster sheet, so I'm not 100% sure who number 18 is. So this kickoff will go down to right around the 15-yard line where it's taken by Johnson, who cuts it back to his sideline. And he is well wrangled up by number 25 for the Muskies. Mason Crabtree just blowing up his blocker and making the tackle.
Great job by Mason there to come flying down the field, break down, and be able to make a great tackle.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Clippers from their own 22-yard line, their worst field position of the night.
Yeah, and I think that may be that's why Coach decided to go with a little bit of a switch there, try something else, and see if you could pin him back a little bit. So,
and again, great coverage from that Muscatine kickoff team. Nick Peterson, Tongan Deason, and Barkalow, the defensive front for the Muskies. As Navarra fakes the handoff, and he's going to keep that. And he'll stumble down to a gain of maybe 1 yard.
Well, nice job there. They had Nick Peterson slide down into the A gap and brought the inside linebacker outside, which chased him out of the play a little bit, but the backside was able to clean it up, so nice job by the Muskie defense.
2nd and 9 for the Clippers. As Navarra with an empty set, he's going to drop it back to pass, and he's a little out of sync on that throw. Looks some miscommunication between Brock Reed and Navarra on that play. So that'll make it 3rd and 9 for the Clippers. And Muscatine looking for their 2nd consecutive 3-and-out on defense. Thanks for tuning in to Discover Muscatine.
Might be a spot for a little middle screen here, Joel. We'll see what they cook up. No sprint out.
And it is incomplete. Pass intended for number 24, Gage Freeman. And that was incomplete. That's a tough throw, sprinting out to your opposite shoulder.
Well, and you're running into the sideline, and you're on your opposite shoulder. As you said, there's not a lot of room for your receiver, and again, you put the team in 3rd and long, and it really limits what they can do to you.
So that'll bring the punt team on for the Clippers with Ocampo back
forward,
deep.
Looked like a little forward momentum there on the number 2.
That is a huge punt that will go for naught and will be a 5-yard penalty, it looks, against Clear Creek. That was a nice kick by that young punter.
Yeah, it looks like Ben Swales back there punting for Clear Creek-Amana.
Yeah, a little lefty. He is also one of the quarterbacks on the roster, too. Although, if this does go back 5 yards, as expected. So that will be a 5-yard penalty. I don't think 4th and 14 is where you're going to see a fake. Deep in your own territory.
Well, it'd be a bold strategy, Cotton. I'll say that. Again, I think, you know, you kind of saw it there. They brought the kid in motion down to the bottom of the screen. He's just coming forward on the snap, and really no need for that.
Okay, that's perfect right there. Stop.
So Ocampo will put his heels on his own 30-yard line as Swales has his heels on his own 6.
Yep. Just make him zoom in and make him about half your screen.
So the lefty gets another nice kick to turn over. Ocampo is going to field that at the 35-yard line. And they are going to get that flag. Now that was, it's going to be a block in the back called. And I think from the place that official could see, it looked like it. But I think if you go back and watch the film, they might change their mind on that.
Yeah, you're almost always 9 out of 10 times in high school football they're going to throw that flag.
Yeah, but if you,
I agree.
We had a good angle of it. The official did not. It was right in front of us. So that's going to be a big penalty against the Muskies.
Great punt by Ben Swales, though. Again, 2 in a row.
Yeah, he's a nice kicker there.
It's a nice weapon to have.
Something you don't see a ton of at the high school level. We're at the collegiate level for that matter.
Right.
Punters are a hard thing to find.
Well, and it's nice here in September. You know, you start kicking those cold turkeys in the middle of October.
Right.
We'll see what we can do. But
different ball game. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Muskies, still with pretty good field position at their own 27-yard line.
See if they look to keep it on the ground here.
Draves gives it again to Cooper, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, if not a short loss. Tyler Hansen with the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Muskies.
2nd and 11, Muskies.
Athletics River Rehab, Pearl City Construction, and Excel Auto Glass. And at halftime, their halftime show is brought to you by Pearl City Media. Draves takes the snap, and he gives it to Cooper out wide left. He tries to cut it up. Now he bounces it out, and now he's going to reverse his field all the way back to the right, and he's got some open green. And that's going to be close to a first down. What a great improvisation from the young man.
Nice job by Mentor, but let's give a little shout out there to Caden Roberts at left tackle, just absolutely pancaking the guy on the edge, which created enough time for Mentor to see that and that it was kind of stuffed up and come back the other way. Great job by the left tackle there.
And good blocking from the right side of the line, too, because that was a well-sealed play. That will be a first down now as the officials give the signal to move the chains. And good blocking here still on the backside of the receivers, too. The receivers, if we go back and watch this game, I think we're going to be really impressed with the blocking we're seeing downfield from the Muskies.
Well, it's critical. You know, you're going to run 3-4 receivers out wide. You're going to have guys block. It's
Dave Dalby into the game now for the Muskies at receiver, along with Eli Gay and Prince Wee. The give is to Cooper, and he is met in the hole for a short gain.
Well, it's interesting, you know, one of the reasons you got the running game going here, obviously Mentor's running hard, offensive line is blocking well, but, you know, Creek-Amana wants to stick in that man under cover 1, so that means they got 4 guys committed underneath to locked up man-to-man. Then they got 1 guy deep. That's 5 guys in the passing game. It only gives you 6 to play deep run defense, and that's, you know, Muskies are taking advantage of that right now. You're able to run some guys off and get them out of the play over there where they're not going to be able to make the tackle.
And getting their heads turned away from the line of scrimmage.
And that just creates seams.
Draves back to pass, and he's going to throw that to Gay, and great pursuit defense from the D-line for the Clippers.
Yep, sniffed it out there.
So that was Aaron Feinberg who worked his way down back into the play. So that'll make it 3rd and 9 for the Muskies from their own 38-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the first half.
Interesting, long distance here. The Muskies putting 3 receivers here to the boundary on the bottom of your screen. See if they're looking for something there.
A little pop pass to Nolan Recker, caught, complete, first down.
Oh, good.
And Draves is down again, unfortunately. He took a shot from bowlers.
That's Nolan Recker.
And so
he's in obvious pain over there, Joel.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to step away for 60 seconds here as the training staff attends to Jake Draves. You're listening to Muskie Football on
There's
the
no
Discover
place like
Muscatine
home.
Sports Network.
And Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college.
Can we go back?
With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow. It's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
And we're back here at Clear Creek-Amana High School. Jake Draves being helped off mostly under his own power. Ben as the starting quarterback for the Muskies after a phenomenal completion to Nolan Recker in a 3rd down conversion. I can't tell exactly what part of his upper body they're evaluating, but looks like we're going to see, at least for one play, Xander Morgan step into the quarterback position. And Xander actually played significantly last year as a junior, started 3 or 4 games for the Muskies. So Muscatine with a lot of depth at the quarterback position.
Yeah, they've got some depth. You hate to see a young man like that go out. I don't know if he'll be back in the play. It certainly doesn't look like it, but we'll see what happens. Lost on the play there. Great catch in traffic by Recker to make the catch and get the first down too. So nice play by that young man.
So Morgan, that's going to be an offsides penalty now on Clear Creek-Amana. So it will be 1st and 5. Makes it a little bit easier with your number 2 quarterback coming into the game to have a short yardage situation on 1st down.
Absolutely, and Xander's going to be a little bit more of a running threat. So we'll see if that changes what Clear Creek-Amana, who really maybe hasn't seen him, certainly haven't seen him this year, if they change their defensive coverage at all and try to put some more guys in the box or what they do. It looks like might be dropping into cover 0 here.
And the give is to Cooper, who is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And so that's going to be a gain of nothing. It looks like a no-gain play, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
And you saw cover 0 on that play, and what I mean by that, Joel, is we're going to have no deep safety help. You're just going to have every defensive back manned up on a receiver man-to-man. And then you're going to have 7 guys focused on what's going on the run.
So when you're talking also, odd number coverages typically mean there's 1 safety in the middle of the field deep. Is that what you mean when you say like cover 1 or cover 3?
Correct. Well,
so Morgan now, he's going to take the snap. Cooper in the backfield. And Morgan's trying to throw that screen again to Wee. And the ball just a little high. And it's incomplete. It is an incomplete pass.
And really to finish that thought, Joel, what it's really going to mean is that when you hear a number in a traditional system, it's going to refer to the number of guys you have covering the deep safety, the deep part of the field, the guys who are responsible for the home run ball. So in cover 0, because everybody's man-to-man, you've got 0 guys deep, right? In cover 2, you've got 2. Now, to your point, they're generally going to be spread out.
Right.
If somebody's in the middle on an odd, that'll happen.
So that'll make it 3rd and 5 for the Muskies. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. We're tied 14-14. It was really been a good first half of football for both teams. Xander Morgan takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He's going to the middle of the field, and that is almost intercepted, but it is incomplete. Have they yet to call it? They're calling an interception. And I don't know how the back judge hasn't overruled this, as there was a clear contact with the field. And we could see it from up here, and I'm not trying to be a homer announcer, folks. But that was that's a bad call. That's a bad call by the official, and I will say that to his face if he asked me.
Probably not going to be a scenario that occurs, Joel, but fair enough.
I agree. I'm just showing I'm not a coward. So
yeah,
sudden change opportunity again for the Muskies as the ball is turned over.
Silver lining, it was a deep enough throw that it's not as good as a punt, but starting on the 25 is a very realistic chance you would have started on the 20 anyway, so not the end of the world, but I agree with you. A tough one there for the Muskies.
And it's the back judge's job to overrule that. That's the other challenging part, too. The official who made the call, it may have looked like it to where he was positioned.
Little arena motion here.
So Navarro's going to give it to Figueroa, who bounces it out to the right side of the defense. And we got a flag here. It looks like it's a holding call coming back.
Yep. 2 points there for the takedown for the Clippers. Score it.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of wrestling program they have up here, but the wrestling coaches would be happy with that double leg. So it's going to looks like it's going to be a holding call. And that'll be a 10-yard penalty. Now, is that still from the spot of the foul at the high school level?
No.
It's from the line of scrimmage. Good.
Okay, so Zoe, right there.
So I'll make it 1st and 20 from the 16-yard line.
Muskie defensive coach is going to be telling their guys you're going to watch for the trick plays here. You know, you've already seen the double pass. Also might set up a middle screen action.
This is a screen down. Navarro drops back deep in middle screen, and they are all over it, are the Muskies. And so that'll fall incomplete. They were looking for that screen to Figueroa.
Well scouted by coach. That guys stay home. Clearly they've been coached up on that. They were ready for the middle screen.
2nd and 20 for the Clippers. And again, play calls here for Clear Creek. You'll see them probably try to just get a chunk back, not try to get it all at once.
Trips to the bottom. Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe some hitches with some, maybe even run the old corner out here.
Sprint out to the right side. Peterson with backside pursuit. And that pass is incomplete, so it'll be 3rd and 20 now. From the
really nice
Clippers
coverage there.
16-yard line. Yeah, Eli Gay all over the slot receiver.
And again, you know, running that out route, and it's a really tough play to stop, but it's also a really tough play to throw well because it's such a far throw. And you know, sometimes those pros and college kids make it look pretty easy. At this level, it's a difficult play to run well.
Navarro's got a live arm. I've liked the ball he throws.
Yeah, very catchable.
5:20 to go here in the first half. Muscatine tied 14-14. Navarro back to pass. He's going deep. And Prince Wee with the interception. And so that will be Muskie ball. That's as good as a punt right there. Prince Wee brings in the interception. So Muscatine will get it back.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great play by Prince Wee. Way to get a pick there, get a turnover, and nice experience for that kid. But again, for Clear Creek, you know, it is going to function a lot like a punt. Although to be fair, they've got that kid that's bombing them, so they probably would have got even a little bit better punt. Most people would be happy with that, but that's
fair.
That kid is really kicking the snot out of the ball.
Yeah, Swales has shown he's got a big leg. Yep. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Muskies, just across midfield at the Muscatine 44-yard line. And Connor Christensen coming in at quarterback now, the junior. Which Coach Hawkins said that all 3 of these guys were going to play this year. Menor Cooper takes it up the middle. He breaks a tackle. Ooh, shoestring tackle there from Clear Creek.
Nice job.
Number 21, Nate Beckman, maybe with a touchdown saving tackle there.
Looks like a little cramping issues there for Mentor.
Is he cramping or is it his shoe?
He was pulling at his toe.
So the athletic training staff and Coach Hawkins come out to talk to the running back. Looks like it might be in both legs.
Tell you what, we got a little break in the action here, Joel. I want to give a little shout out to my buddy Chris Fox, and the Muskie cross country boys will be in action tomorrow. Last week they finished 2nd out of 7 teams up at the meet at Anamosa. Tomorrow they travel to Pleasant Valley. So they'll be headed up to Pleasant Valley. There's going to be 12 teams running tomorrow. 5 of them are ranked. To be a great test for Coach Foxton's team. I know he was very happy with the success they had last week. And, of course, with cross country, it's nice because you can take a look at your times. And the courses are different things, but you can see how your kids are running and kind of stack up amongst the rest of the state and the rest of the conference. And I know Coach Foxton was very proud with what they were able to do last week, and really looking forward to going up to an elite meet tomorrow and seeing what kind of performance they can put on and for Saturday morning for the Muskies. So good luck to them.
And also Muscatine swimming in action, and you can actually catch that swim meet here on Discover Muscatine. They'll have the Muscatine Invitational, I believe, I'm not 100% sure what the meet is called, but Muskies will will be hosting a swim meet tomorrow, and again, that meet is available here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Did you know I am a certified Y swimming official? Ben?
Wow.
I can. I can't do a lot, but I can do that. I have a son who's a swimmer, and it's a sport I know nothing about, so I decided I would take the officials classes.
Who teaches that? Marty Radke?
No, the person who taught it for us was a Cedar Rapids person, but Marty Radke is a swim official, the legendary Marty Radke. He's still a high school football official too, I believe.
Yes, he was. Quite a legendary crew there. Marty and his officiating crew had them many times in the sophomore land. So
we had them several times on my time at Wilton. They did a lot of the Wilton games too. Fun guys, good officials out there. And if you're interested in being an official, the state will have you. There's a huge need for high school officials. So Connor Christensen now brings the Muskies on.
Trips to the
He's
top.
He's going to keep it and bounce it outside on a 2nd and 1. And Christensen's going to get the first down marker, but we have a flag on the play right in front of the Muscatine sideline, and that's usually in the ballpark of a holding call.
Yeah, Muskies ran trips to the top side there, had the tight end with Recker and then 2 guys out wide and tried to do a little fake and bring the quarterback out wide, but might have got a hold out there on the edge.
Christensen's showing some wheels there. I don't know why I can't say that word today. Christensen showing the wheels, getting outside. Mason Crabtree in the game at tailback on that play, too. And now Xander Morgan's going to check in at quarterback. So we're seeing a little bit of a platoon situation at the quarterback spot for the Muskies, while Jake Draves is still being attended to.
Yeah, taking a quick glance over there, I'm no prognosticator, but it does not look like – I would call Jake, unfortunately, doubtful to return based on what I'm seeing.
So Xander Morgan takes the snap. He's back to pass. He throws it out to the outside, and it is incomplete. And unfortunately, the umpire got caught up in the wash, and players helping him up to his feet. Crossing route caught him here.
Yeah, need to have the head on the swivel.
So I'll bring 3rd and 10 now for the Muskies, who are tied 14-14. And what is a big 3rd down here for Muscatine. Rivo Plumbing sponsoring and supporting Muskie Athletics, along with Eastern Iowa Community Colleges. And we'll have the Bear Offensive Player of the Game in our postgame show.
Bringing some extra pressure.
Morgan drops back to pass. He's going to take a shot deep. He's got a man. And it is incomplete just over the shoulder of Prince Wee. But that's there.
I'll tell you what, Joel, that was a nice ball. I think Prince would love to have that one back because Xander they brought some pressure. Great job by the offensive line there of keeping those guys out, recognizing their blocking assignments, keeping the pressure off Xander. Xander threw a nice ball and just couldn't finish the play off there.
Now Xander will stay in. He is also the punter for the Muskies. So it'll be 4th and 10 from the 44-yard line, Muskie 44-yard line. We've got Johnson and almost blocked.
Oh, there's a flag. All right.
And that's going to be a roughing the kicker, and that will be a first down for the Muskies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, the guy came off the edge, made no contact with the ball, smashed in. It wasn't even needed. No acting needed. No acting needed there, Joel. That's just a penalty. That's a big break for the Muskies.
Let's see if they call it the roughing variety, though, and not just the running into the kicker variety. Okay, there it is. It's the roughing the kicker. So that'll be a first down for the Muskies. Big penalty there against Clear Creek-Amana. So it'll be 1st and 10. That's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So I don't know why they're spotting it from there.
They're gonna. I think the Muskies have just lined up. Surely they're gonna mark this off.
Yeah, they haven't marked it off yet.
They haven't moved the chains either, so we'll be.
So that's going to be the 15-yard variety.
Looks like they'll get it at the attacking 40 there, Joel.
Yeah, that's a big penalty. And as you said, Ben, it was well called.
Yeah, well, it wasn't, you know.
So, I honestly didn't see it. I was looking at the deep men trying to get their number, so I missed the contact. So I apologize to the listener.
Well, they saw it, Joel. It's no problem. A little confusion there. Caden Roberts I think he thought he was the feature back for a second.
So Xander Morgan and the Muskies, 1st and 10 from the Clipper 41-yard line. And Xander's going to keep it, but he's going to slip down, but they're not blowing it dead. And so he's going to get back out to the original line of scrimmage, but that's a missed opportunity.
Well, and great job again. The Muskies going with a tight end there, getting nice flow on the left side downhill, and if he doesn't slip, I think we get a nice little play there.
And so I rallied against the bad interception call, and I believe that's the makeup there for the Muskies. As Morgan did slide down and looked like his knee had touched. So 2nd and 9 now for the Muskies.
Tight end to the bottom of the screen here, Joel.
So 3:50 to play, 8 seconds left on the play clock as Xander Morgan and the Muskies get it off, and he gives it to Morgan, who's got a seam off the left side. To Mentor Cooper, who had a seam off the left side. So Mentor Cooper back in the ball game.
Yeah, really nice play by Anthony Hennis there off the edge to cut down his legs, and if he doesn't get him, then I think Mentor's still going.
So the Muskies will make it 3rd and 7 in Clipper territory. As Xander Morgan's trying to get the signal from the sideline. 15 seconds and counting on the play clock. Looks like Muscatine might go to a timeout here, Ben.
We'll see. They love the rocket screen in this situation.
High snap. Xander Morgan keeps it. He gets to the marker. It's going to depend on the spot.
I think they're going to call him just a little short there.
And so, well, that's at least a measurement spot in my opinion. So it'll be 4th and inches for the Muskies. And it looks like the Muskie coaches might be trying to ask for a measurement. They're going to call a timeout. So it'll be timeout for Muscatine.
Tell you in that situation, I'd like to see you take that clock down a little bit more. You got 2:33, you got plenty of time for yourself to score. If you know you're going to take the timeout, just let a few ticks go off there and bite a little bit of that time off, so if they do get the ball back, they got less time.
Now, is this a situation where you can still ask for a measurement, or do they not let you do that anymore?
No. I mean, you can ask, but the officials have clearly said, listen, they know where the marker is, they know where they spotted the ball, and they're going to say that's not a first down.
Because it used to be some coaches would like to see exactly how many inches they had to go based off of what they felt like, but some of that, too, is just trying to get a free timeout as well. So the Muscatine Muskies with 2.5 to play here in the first half. Been really, really impressive offensive output here from about the middle of the first quarter through the second quarter for the Muskies.
Yeah, they've really responded, and I would say if they could put some plays together here and get come away with some points on this drive, it would be a really great end capper. To your point, slow start for the Muskies, but recovery, which is nice, dealing with some adversity coming back and putting some points on the board and really, really just taking this game by the horns and showing control since then.
And saw Xander Morgan's ability to run the ball, something that he has a little bit of an edge over Jake Draves skill set-wise. And then that tight under center formation, the Muskies are going to go for it here on 4th down. And they are going to try to push that pile forward. And it's close.
He didn't get a lot.
I think he got enough, though, looking at based off of where these officials have it spotted. And Clear Creek did come away with the ball. And they're going to go ahead and award that as a turnover.
Boy, I don't know about that.
I don't know if you could clearly see an exchange of the football. And you can hear some derision from the Muscatine sideline from all the way across the field from where we're standing.
Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense to me what we saw there. I'd have to see that replay, but looked like he got what he could get, released the ball at the end of the play, and the kid grabbed it. But
in the era of player safety and the forward momentum being stopped pretty quickly, that's hard to believe that that's truly a turnover. But nevertheless, it will be 1st and 10, Clear Creek-Amana from their own 32-yard line with 2:29 to play here in the first half.
Trips here to the bottom of the screen out of Clear Creek.
Bowlers in motion. Navarra throws it out to Johnson. And Prince Weeb breaking down, slowing down Johnson, and able to make a good open field tackle.
And I'll tell you, I got to be honest, I love that play call. You bring your big stud across in motion, in the arena motion. A lot of defenses are going to overshift to try to take him away from you. Then you come back where you expect to have one-on-one coverage, which they did. And if Prince Weeb doesn't make a real athletic play, that's a first down.
So 2nd and 4, or 2nd and 5 here for the Clippers. And Navarra keeps it. And he is met, and what will be looks to be first down yardage.
Look like Anthony Sanchez there on the tackle. And a nice tackle, but again, we want to see him try to drive through that kid and make that play about 3 steps closer to the line of scrimmage so it's not a first down. He had the right read. He's just got to trust his instincts, continue to fill through that hole and meet that kid right as he's coming out of the hole.
And so it'll be 1st and 10, Clear Creek-Amana as they go up tempo. 1:40 to go here in the first half. Navarra takes the snap. He's going to sling it out to Bowlers. High, great catch, and the stiff arm from number 88. And he is met by a gang of Muskies for a short gain.
Nice job by the Muskies to rally up and make the play there.
Reed Olsa's first man there was able to fight through the stiff arm and hold the big tight end up.
2nd and 6 Clippers.
Sprint out left for Navarra. He's going to look to throw to the slot receiver Johnson late over the middle. Ooh, dangerous pass.
Yeah, and again, to your point earlier in the game, it's difficult, especially at the high school level, to roll out one way and then try to throw that way if you got to cut back. He had to shift his whole body and make that throw, and threw a bullet. It just wasn't a bullet at the target.
And they dodged the bullet there, and there was no Muskie defender ready to intercept that pass. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for Clear Creek-Amana. Bowlers comes across in motion. They give us to Figueroa. And he gets into the hole. It looks like he's going to be tackled just short of the first down.
Be interesting. I think Muscatine might want a timeout here.
So both teams, Muscatine with 2 timeouts, Clear Creek with 3. And it looks like the Clippers are going to use a timeout here with 51 seconds to go in the first half. And I would assume them calling a timeout there just over the 50-yard line, that this is 4-down territory given the clock and situation.
Boy, I guess that's surprising to me. I think you'd want to,
especially with the punter that they have, that we've seen his ability to drive it down the field. He could put this inside the 10-yard line.
Well, and that's why we're sitting here with the headphones, I guess. But to me, I think you want to. You're in a tight ball game here. You've not had the best second quarter. I think you punt it down there and make sure Muscatine's not going to get anything going. I know it's short yardage, but boy, if you don't get it, you're giving Muscatine with 2 timeouts the ability to get down there and potentially score on you. So interesting call here, but I would agree with you. By taking the timeout, that indicates to me they want to go.
Yeah, and these are the type of conversations that when I was on the sideline as a special teams coordinator, I was presenting my argument and letting the head coach make that decision based off of those points that you just shared. And that may be what's going on right now in that huddle with Clear Creek, as they're talking about what they might do. But it does appear that they're just going to come out on offense and take a shot here to try to get this first down. As you said, Ben, that's why neither one of you or I are coaching right now.
4th and 1 Clippers.
So there's that heavy formation.
Oh, that's
a false start.
Now we might get the punt.
And here's where we're going to see the punt team, too. That's a crucial error there for the Clipper offense. And Swales jogs onto the field.
Well, I'll tell you, Joel, I'm going to have the hubris to say that I think that might have just saved them a mistake, to be honest with you.
I would agree.
So, Jess, I want you on the die on the 25 right to.
So now Ocampo will go back with his heels on the 10. And I see Coach Randy Ball telling him, anything over your head, just let it go. And so now another timeout here for Clear Creek. And do you go safe here, or do you try to come after this thing?
Joel, you're asking the wrong guy. As a longtime defensive coordinator, I only like to go safe because there's nothing I hate more than playing some great defense and then roughing somebody and resetting it to first down. So I don't think there was a situation inside of 15 seconds left in the game where I did not want to go punt safe.
So that's the recommendation of Coach Neitzel, is to return this punt or go punt safe, as opposed to risking the roughing the punter penalty, which Muscatine benefited from and was able to move the ball down the field a little bit earlier in this game.
Well, yeah, and again, to that point, I think what you don't want to do here is give up a big, give up that first down.
And in this spot of the field, a blocked punt isn't necessarily going to translate into punts, so your risk reward doesn't weigh off. Now, if this was maybe 10, 15 yards further down the field in your own area where a block punt could be scooped and scored more easily. So Swales back to punt, and Ocampo back deep. Snap's good, and the punt is an end-over-end kick. And nice job by Ocampo there to pick it up at the 10 and protect the ball. And there is going to be a penalty flag on the play.
Great job by George. That's not an easy punt to field.
And it's such an important decision, too, because that's the type of punt that dies down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, in the years past, we've seen a lot of punts that we just didn't field.
Yeah.
Where we needed to pick that thing up and not let it just continue to roll. So nice job by George to recognize that was a punt he could field, grab it, get what he could, hold on to the ball, and give Coach either a chance to try to push down the field or at least run this thing out and not.
And I think with this penalty, it's going to be now back to about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, most likely you'll see a real safe read option here with Mentor. See if he can't bust something and put you in a position to want to go forward, or if not, you'll just kind of trickle out. Again, I noticed on the main scoreboard there they're not adjusting timeouts, but I believe it's 2 apiece here.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I have marked down.
And again, with the ball where it is, I would see if we don't advance the ball, Clear Creek is going to take their timeouts.
So Xander Morgan at quarterback, Mentor Cooper at tailback. The give is to Cooper, and he's got a seam, and he breaks.
There it is.
And now he gets a big run, cuts it to the outside. It's a foot race. And that's going to be a huge run for the Muskies as Cooper out just shy of the 50-yard line.
Now you got some options. Again, just like we talked about there, run the safe play, see what you can get. You get something, now you're going to push.
And so they're going to push it here and go no huddle as
I'd
the clock starts to
spike it.
So now Xander Morgan back to pass. He's throwing it out to the outside, and that's an incomplete pass, and that's an okay incompletion.
It is. I like to see a spike there just because with 27 seconds on a running clock, you're not going to get 4 plays.
Right.
You're not going to get 4 plays. So either burn a timeout, which maybe would have been the right call there, or if you can get something in that you're straight up ready to run right away, fine. But again, you lost a valuable 8 seconds there.
So now the Muskies will be 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. 19 seconds to go in the half. Xander Morgan back at quarterback. Eli Gay in motion. Morgan, he's going to roll out. Now he's going to scramble. And Xander Morgan is going to eat it, but he's going to get outside and stop the clock. So 11 seconds to go on the clock. And Xander now with 3rd and 12, 3rd and 11.
And now with 2 timeouts, no matter what happens here, even if you pick up the first down, you're going to want to use that timeout. Right. Unless you don't get it, then I would let it tick.
So here's Xander Morgan with Cooper in the backfield. And they give it to Cooper, who's got another seam. Big run for the young man. Out over the first down. So now they're going to call a timeout. And so we do have a timeout, and the clock stopped also on the first down. So 4 seconds to go here in the first half as the Muskies call timeout.
4 seconds on the clock.
And so Muscatine will also get the ball to begin the second half as Clear Creek-Amana won the coin toss and elected to receive. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of Clear Creek. And this is when you got the old Hail Mary drawn up. Try to get the ball deep, or maybe something. Try to hit a deep crosser and get some laterals or something.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
could go hook and lateral. I mean, the exotics are all on the table. I mean, truthfully, too, boy, you're running the ball so well. You might just say, "Hey, this is our best. We're better off throwing than we are running. Running rather than we are throwing. Let's just run the ball."
Especially as it looks like Clear Creek's putting a lot of guys back deep, doing a little bit of a prevent defense. Maybe you do just run the draw and see if Cooper can make some guys miss down the field. What was it? Boise State, who had the 2 crossers and the lateral against Oklahoma in that bowl game. That's a play I've seen work at the high school level in this situation. Going back all the way to the 2007 Fiesta Bowl there.
seconds left, first and 10.
So it looks like we call this a man under 2 deep. So they're going to play man-to-man coverage on all the wide guys, 2 safeties deep to prevent anything from getting in.
And so the Muskies are going to take a shot, and that's going to be wide to the outside, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. Incomplete. We're all tied here in Tiffin, Iowa, as the Muskies are tied 14-14 with the Clippers of Clear Creek-Amana. We're going to step away for 2 minutes, and we'll be back with your Pearl City Media halftime show on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Get on a roll with Pearl. Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
Bart Chiropractic and Rehab Clinic has moved. Their new facility is designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed, and though they're just down the road from their previous location, they've more than doubled the space to provide top-of-the-line chiropractic care for you. They are excited to continue serving the Muscatine area and hope to see you soon. You can stop into their new location or check out their website for a free virtual walkthrough tour. Go visit Bart Chiropractic at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Welcome to Bart Chiropractic.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
You're going to want to go check out Bart Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bart Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
Bart Chiropractic and Rehab Clinic has moved. Their new facility is designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed, and though they're just down the road from their previous location, they've more than doubled the space to provide top-of-the-line chiropractic care for you. They are excited to continue serving the Muscatine area and hope to see you soon. You can stop into their new location or check out their website for a free virtual walkthrough tour. Go visit Bart Chiropractic at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Welcome to Bart Chiropractic.
And welcome back to halftime at Clear Creek-Amana High School. Joel Kraushaar and Ben Neitzel on the call on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Halftime presented by Pearl City Media. And Ben, a tale of really a fast start from Clear Creek-Amana. Got out, scored touchdown on their first possession. Muscatine comes and actually turns it over on their first play of the first half. And then Clear Creek-Amana comes back and scores on the subsequent play on a double pass from TJ Bowlers to Rosenberg. And then it's been all Muskies, really, from that point forward. Muscatine coming back, tying it up. A 12-yard run, or excuse me, a 4-yard run by Mentor Cooper, and then a 2-yard run by Jake Draves to tie it up at 14. Mentor Cooper, 175 yards rushing on 20 carries there in the first half.
Yeah, really great job by Mentor on the offense there. Good job of responding and getting back into the game after it looked like, oh no, here we go again. And great job by Coach Hawkins' team showing grit. Mentor running the ball really well, some tremendous athletic plays, but we'd be remiss if we didn't mention some of the offensive line block he's gotten too. Sometimes it's Mentor making somebody miss and making a big play. Other times he's had some nice holes to be able to run through.
Yeah, that offensive line of Caden Roberts, Cruz Schliessman, who's seen
Alex Edwards
at left guard, TD playing some right guard, playing both ways tonight, and at right tackle Xander Stolzfuss, and I'm sure there have been some other guys who have worked their way in that we've just missed a little bit here from up top.
Well, I think Brock Garrison's in there at guard too, and TD's not, doing a nice job moving guys out of the way.
Yeah, the Muskie offensive line really showing up and showing their will be done there in the first half. So Coach Hawkins has to be really happy. Now, unfortunately, it looks like Jake Draves, the starting quarterback for the Muskies. We may not see him again tonight. He was knocked out of the game in the second quarter, which looks to be like an upper body injury from what we could see from our positioning. So it looks like it'll be Xander Morgan and Connor Christensen at the quarterback position moving forward for the Muskies.
Yeah, absolutely. A tough blow there, and I wish all the best to Jake. We don't know anything about what's going on with him for sure, but certainly hope that if he can't get back in this game, that we see him next week. So all of our best go out to him, and a great kid and a great competitor.
And for Clear Creek-Amana, the Muscatine defense has really done a nice job of stymieing Figueroa, their outstanding running back, Alex Figueroa, who had 175 yards rushing last week against Mount Pleasant. I don't know his exact numbers so far for the game, but he's really been kept in check since the first drive.
Well, and the Coach Hawkins defense has done a nice job of running some stunts, getting some defensive linemen moving at the pre-snap and going to different holes, and then bringing linebackers through like they like to do in that 3-4 defense. That seemed to be able to stack them up. Also, great job early on. You saw two things that really hurt us. One, guys getting deeper than heel depth, as we talked about, over-penetrating, creating gaps even when they're not being blocked, and then getting some untimely penalties. We had that big 3rd and 11 there early in the game and gave up 2 5-yard penalties, which combined with a little 4-yard run turned that into all of a sudden a first down that led to a touchdown. So shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit. Being able to correct those there in the second quarter was a big deal, and really played some tremendous defense stuff. A little bit of play here, play there, but the old bend but don't break and get the ball back, give your offense a chance to score and do something with it.
Yeah, and not giving up the big play. Save for the double pass touchdown. Muscatine really avoiding the chunk yardage plays, which are a huge part of managing the game on defense. We're going to go ahead and take another quick break. You're listening to the Pearl City Media halftime show on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. When we come back, we've got Past the Popcorn himself, Ben Neitzel here. We're going to talk movies as movie theaters are reopening. Ben Neitzel, we're going to have a little movie chat as we come back on your Muscatine halftime show on Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
Bart Chiropractic and Rehab Clinic has moved. Their new facility is designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed, and though they're just down the road from their previous location, they've more than doubled the space to provide top-of-the-line chiropractic care for you. They are excited to continue serving the Muscatine area and hope to see you soon. You can stop into their new location or check out their website for a free virtual walkthrough tour. Go visit Bark Chiropractic at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Welcome to Bark Chiropractic.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Welcome back to Muscatine Muskie football here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Muscatine and Clear Creek-Amana tied at halftime in this Week 2 matchup of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Again, it's a 7-game season this year. All teams guaranteed a playoff spot. And so the Muskies looking to rebound from that tough loss against North Scott last week. Tied right now, Ben, and they're going to receive the ball. And we got some other news in the area regarding football at Wilton. They postponed their game from tonight due to a player or coach or someone in the program who is being tested for COVID-19. They haven't received the test results, so they elected to postpone the game tonight. They're still awaiting those results. They're hoping to get those results tomorrow morning, but before 3:30, they'll be able to make a decision tomorrow afternoon. If that result comes back negative, Wilton will play their game that they were scheduled to play tonight, tomorrow at 7 p.m. However, if the results don't come back or it is a positive test, that game will be canceled. So this is just the crazy thing that all these schools are having to deal with. At any moment, your season could be abbreviated or interrupted given the protocols put in place with the virus.
Yep, it's a different deal.
Yeah, and you know this as a principal of St. Mary Matthias Catholic School. It's every day is not a guarantee when it comes to whether you're actually going to be able to do your normal schedule. And so hopefully for everyone involved with Wilton, they're able to play their game tomorrow night. So we have 3 minutes to go here in halftime, Ben. You know, we have all had to find ways to entertain ourselves throughout this, what was the pandemic shutdown earlier on in the year. And a lot of people went to their streaming services. You kept people going in the newspaper, Discover Muscatine newspaper, with your column Past the Popcorn. But we finally have the theater starting to slowly reopen. Tenet hitting theaters this week and this weekend, the Labor Day weekend, and some other movies. Are you excited that, not maybe right now, but in the near future, being able to hopefully get back into the movie theater and see some of these new releases?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, as a big movie fan, which is really my only qualification for writing the column, is just that I enjoy going to movies and have gone to a lot. I think it's exciting. I don't know exactly when I'm going to feel comfortable, when people are going to feel comfortable. That's an individual decision everybody's got to make on when they want to go back. I know one of the things I noticed, the theater doesn't currently have any late shows during the week, which that was always my bread and butter because it was kind of stealing. Once the Princess Crew went down, I was able to go there and check out what was going on. So we'll see how that works. But, it's interesting, and hopefully there's enough there to sustain the theater. It's a real jewel for Muscatine to have such a nice theater, to have the XL with the sound and everything. And so, especially after coming from a theater at the mall where you had 4 theaters that were, one had a pop thrown at it like in 1982 at Gremlins, I think. And so just to have such a great facility, obviously I hope that they're able to buoy themselves and stay afloat. And it'd be great to get back into a theater and watch some of these big, we were supposed to have a Fast and Furious movie this summer, which I love. We were supposed to have Wonder Woman. We've got just a lot of great movies that were supposed to come out that have been delayed. So I might be going to 56 movies next year. I don't know. It's hard to say. I did hear, again, I hate to talk about this too much, but that the guy playing Batman in the new Batman film had contracted COVID, so they had a little bit of a shutdown there for Robert Pattinson. Batman had it, so it's interesting to see how it affects what comes out and what doesn't. I know Disney streaming Mulan for $30. You own it kind of as long as you subscribe to Disney, but then again, if you don't want to pay that money, I heard in December, maybe November 30th or December 12th, I can't remember, it's going to come out to everybody that has Disney Plus. So one of the things I've tried to do in the last 5 months is just review. It's amazing some of these streaming services and some of the quality of movies, and I need to get over it, but I'm always like, I can't, this person's in this person's in this. You know, there's amazing actors that are in these movies that just stream to your house. So we've tried to kind of review those things that people can be at home and watch, or get together with the people they're comfortable being around and watch, and outside of the theater, and hopefully that's helped people, you know, see there's been some good stuff, there's been some stuff that's maybe not that great, and but it's been enjoyable to continue things going, and would love to get back in the theater, would love to get some of that delicious popcorn and pop, and see all of the regulars that I was grown so accustomed to seeing on a big movie premiere night.
I was completely enthralled, and I'm not someone who typically just binge watches, but Cobra Kai came to Netflix this week, and I was in it to win it, and I watched the whole thing, but both seasons. And I'm a Karate Kid a fan, is probably too calm of a way to say it. I argue it's the second best sports movie franchise behind Rocky. And I know that people argue with Mighty Ducks with me on that, but Karate Kid was a huge part of my childhood, and Cobra Kai was an outstanding nostalgic approach.
I'm just stunned that people would call Mighty Ducks the second best sports franchise. I think that's just something about sports franchises, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, you know, I haven't seen that yet, and I do enjoy some of the series that they have on some of these services, and I try not to cover the series. There's something I watch a little TV. I don't watch a ton. There's certainly some series I've enjoyed. One of the things I really like about the movies is that it's such a compact package that you make that commitment of 90 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes, whatever it is. You tell a complete story. It's in and out, and you're done. And so that's something that's always just resonated with me, is to find that time for that movie, that sort of sense of escape and enjoyment for that amount of time, and then to be done. Sometimes these series and stuff, you just got so much to go through. I'm like, I don't have time to get all the way through here. It's really got to catch it. But big Karate Kid fan, enjoyed Karate Kid 1 immensely, really enjoyed Karate Kid 2. Definitely would like to check out Cobra Kai now that it's come over to a streaming service that I get at my house, and we'll plan to do so.
As a fan of the first one, I think you'll really enjoy it, especially season 1. So that's been Past the Popcorn with Ben Neitzel. If you were curious about some of his previous columns, I believe you can find those at discovermuscatine.com. And
this week we'll have Seventh Son coming out, which is actually a bit of a departure.
Okay.
It's not a release directly to Netflix or Amazon or anything. It's a movie from 2014 that was widely panned, but it's kind of regained a cult following since they released it on Netflix. So you can check that review out. It'll be online and also in the paper that's going to come to your house, and see what I have to say about that one.
So Past the Popcorn with Ben Neitzel on Discover Muscatine, as we are back now with about 1:20 here before the second half kickoff. We're going to step away for another just quick 30 seconds. Let us catch our breath and be ready to bring you what is hopefully a big second half for the Muscatine Muskies on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
Bart Chiropractic and Rehab.
And we are back at Tiffin, Iowa. Clear Creek-Amana Rappers Delight, a little Sugar Hill gang coming over the PA system. My 4-year-old Drew, this is his jam. He rocks out to this song often in our house. We're a big dance party house. I don't know about you, Ben.
Oh yeah, we like a lot of hit. We kind of into the techno garage scene, though, to be honest with you.
Nice. Yeah. I can see that. Did you? Yeah, we've talked about the. So as the Muskies now will have their kickoff return team coming onto the field, as Prince Wee and Eli Gay go back deep for the Muskies. Anthony Hennis to kick off here for the Clippers to start the second half. Muscatine looking to get some big field position as we see a beautiful moon starting to emerge from the horizon to the north.
It's a bit chilly out, Joel.
I know.
There's a chill in the air.
I layered up, and I was nervous I was going to get too hot. Now I'm glad I did. So Hennis with the kick. And that's going to be taken by Wee. And he's going to come to the left side up the Muskie sideline. And he's met by a gang of Clippers. At the 22-yard line is where Wee is going to be brought down. So the Muskies with okay field position to start the second half.
Is this their best field position of the game?
It might be. No.
The turnover.
I guess Eli's big return was called back from a penalty. You're right. So first and 10. Xander Morgan in at quarterback. He's got Nolan Recker in the backfield along with Mentor Cooper. Again, Mentor Cooper, 175 yards rushing off 20 carries in the first half. And they give it back to the beast. And Cooper, great tackle there in the open field by number 24, Gage Freeman, excuse me. So they'll make 2nd and 8 for the Muskies.
2nd and 8 Muskies.
Morgan is going to take the snap, and he gives it to Cooper, who is again met with a nice play from the right defensive end.
Well, and I think Xander would like to have that one back. That was the wrong read there. He gave it. The TJ Bowler sat on the running back. The backside defensive tackle sat on the running back, and he gave him the ball anyway, and that was not going to end well for Mentor.
So it'll make it 3rd and 9 for the Muskies.
3rd and 11.
So Xander Morgan, 3 receivers to his right. That's Gay, Recker, and it looks like David Dalby. And then Prince Wee to the top side of the field, to the left of the formation. Morgan drops back to pass. He tucks it down. Now he's going to scramble, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. Gage Freeman with a big tackle for loss for the Clippers.
Well, nice pressure there from Clear Creek-Amana. Xander got a little skittish, pulled the ball down, and then they just swarmed him.
So now Xander will stay on to punt. He's going to be back inside his own 5-yard line when he catches the snap from Caden Roberts.
This is Caden's 3rd-year snap, and very solid, very dependable, snapper. I don't put the whammy on him, but it really does a nice job there. And it's a position that just doesn't get that much credit, but it really should.
Snap is back. Morgan gets the kickoff. It's an end-over-end kick. And that's going to check up, and that's going to be downed by David Wanty right at the 50.
Nice chase down by David.
Yeah, he did a nice job of stopping that from being a much more advantageous role for the Clippers.
About a 47-yard punt there from Xander.
Good kick. So it'll be 1st and 10. We're still tied at 14. As Clear Creek-Amana takes their first offensive possession of the second half.
Interesting formation right out of the gate here, going kind of with their heavy package there. The
power look.
3 in the backfield with the quarterback.
Equipment timeout from the officials as a young man trying to get his snaps snapped.
Got their D1 prospect bowlers up there top of the screen there in tight end position.
Navarra and Figueroa deep in the formation for the Clippers. They give it to Figueroa. He's looking to bounce out right.
Ran right over to that right side.
Down.
Yep, ran right to that offensive right side where they had the tight end, just played a little power football. There was no read there. That was a give all the way.
Formation-wise, I mean, it's reminiscent of the old single wing a little bit.
You create a lot of inside holes. You can move guys to different spots, and so the defense can compact. But again, a lot of these defenses are not used to playing that way anymore.
So Figueroa now going out wide right. He's got a good lane to the outside.
Wow.
And he explodes into the secondary, and he is pushed out of bounds. But what a quick burst from that young man.
Very nice. And Muskie's lucked out a little bit there. He was going so fast he couldn't plant that foot in the turf and get it upfield because there was nobody between him and daylight.
So that's a big run for Figueroa as it'll be 1st and 10 inside the Muskie 30-yard line.
Well, the Muskie's going to have to shore up. They've got a wing out there, basically, to your point, right there on that right side. And they're going to have to figure out what's going on and get that thing shut down.
Give us to Figueroa over that right side. And he's getting 3 or 4 yards before he's even making contact with the first
Anthony Sanchez, the middle linebacker, with the tackle there. Again, you want your middle linebacker, though, stepping up, making that tackle for a 1-yard gain at the most, not catching him at 4 yards.
So 6 yards on first down, 2nd and 4 for the Clippers. And they're just sticking with this formation.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
The give is to Figueroa again, who's now met in the hole.
Nice job by Diego Rangel, too. Seeing that, he saw his man step down, he replaced him, and then came sliding right down the line in to make the play from the outside.
So that's going to be a loss on 2nd down. So we'll make 3rd and 4, maybe 3rd and 5, just under 5 yards.
And Diego's not the biggest kid out there, but that's where his speed and tenacity really helps you out because he's got the athleticism and the endurance to be able to, like I said, step down. You see that lineman step away from you, you replace him, read the play going downhill, and then fill in from behind.
So they flip the formation now to the left. And they give it to Figueroa, who's met again in the hole.
Oh, that's great team defense there by the Muskies.
Again, no panic there from the Muskies. They had some big plays, and they were able to still bow their neck, make some adjustments. And you mentioned Rangel reading and replacing. And that was a situation where TD was able to kind of take on 2 blockers and let his linebackers run to the ball.
Well, and that's the thing. We're not calling his name a lot, but again, in a 3-4 defense, you need a nose tackle that demands a double team. And if he doesn't make a play all game, but they have to put 2 blockers on him to make that happen all game, he's done his job. And you're seeing that there with the inside stuff. They're running out of blockers because they got to get him doubled.
There's that motion there. Swing it out to Bowlers, get him out on the edge. And a great open field tackle. George Ocampo saying, I got you in the midfield here, in the open field here.
Again, nice job by George. Good hitter, head up, make the tackle on the bigger man, take him down.
Just fearless.
Yep. And he's been that way his entire career. Really a pleasure to watch George play.
So that is a stop on 4th down. Muskies will take the ball over on downs.
That's a clutch play by George. By Clear Creek, you motion your big man across. He's got nice hands, good strength. Get him the ball in he's fast. Get him the ball in some space, and Muskie's making an outstanding play. Otherwise, that's a first down and setting up a continued drive.
George Ocampo, 6 feet tall, 155 pounds. TJ Bowler, 6'4", 250. Giving up almost 100 pounds is Ocampo on that play.
Can't run without your legs, though.
Absolutely. So that makes it 1st and 10 as Xander Morgan brings the Muskies out just inside at their now 19-yard line. Give us to Cooper. And he is met just over the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of 1.
Yeah, Muskies couldn't quite dislodge the defensive lineman there, and they just plugged up the hole, nowhere for Mentor to go.
And again, the Muskies without All-State running back Tim Nimley tonight, who's missed both games so far this season with a lower leg injury. Hoping to get Tim back here soon. Mentor Cooper more than carrying the load, just over 180 yards rushing here in this game. Morgan boots out to the left, and he's going to tuck it down and breaks a tackle, tried to create for himself, and that's going to be a tackle for loss.
Little play action bootleg there, fake a little bit of the read option and try to get Xander out into some space where he can use his legs a little bit and set up a little bit of a pass. Just nothing doing. Nice coverage in the deep part of the field there by the Clippers.
I've been so impressed with Anthony Hennis, who's been coming up from a safety position and tackling in the open field for the Clippers. Another big tackle on the outside.
Well, we knew their skill positions were an area of strength for them, and they've shown that tonight with the ability to run the ball, make some catches, and then those are the same kids that usually end up playing defensive back for you and doing a nice job.
Morgan gives the snap to Cooper. Cooper finds a seam. He cuts back, and he's still fighting, breaking tackles.
Keep him in your screen.
Uh-oh.
And he may have fumbled that ball. And that is a strip. They were able to strip it away from Cooper.
Looked like number 21, Nate Beckman, came up with that ball there. Mentor trying to extend the play, trying to fight for that first down, get something to happen, and just held the ball out too long, and the kid took it from him.
So that is a turnover for the Muskies, and a Clear Creek-Amana player is down.
Yeah, that looks like Harrison Corey. Or nope, never mind that. Scratch that.
This might be Gage Freeman, number 24.
It is number 24.
And so he is down away from the play. And so it was a tremendous run from Cooper, ends in a turnover.
Well, I know one of the points of emphasis for the Muskies for a long time now has been to cover that ball up, cover up both points, go high and tight. And again, sometimes as a running back, Mentor's done a nice job of that in the first 2 games, but if you're trying to extend that play, you're pumping your arms, you're trying to fight a guy off, you just start getting loose. You got to break that tight formation in order to try to swing your arms and get free. And occasionally this is the kind of thing that happens. So, you can't fault the kid for great effort, but
yeah,
got the turnover there, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was a nice play. I actually was able to see the strip. And I don't know if the ball even hit the ground. I think the player was able just to separate Mentor from the ball and emerge from the pile with it. So a big swing for the Muskies, and they've had a few sudden changes. One resulted in an immediate touchdown on the trick play, but the other times, Muscatine has responded nicely.
Nice to see the Clear Creek-Amana kid walk off on his own power there.
Yes, Gage Freeman seems to be he's moving over to the training table, but hopefully that young man is doing just fine. So Figueroa, Navarra in the backfield, along with a 3 tight end formation.
Again, similar variation, just with a spread out guy to the top side of the screen there.
So they're going to go for it all here, and they've got a man incomplete. Ball thrown just a little bit behind, and Eli Gay was able to get back in the trail position and separate the man from the ball. But a little post route, just able to get past the defense there.
Well, I know Coach Hawkins is going to be frustrated with that. You got one guy out on him. He runs the post route, which you never want to give up that inside slant here, this far inside in the red, not quite in the red zone, but getting close. And nobody else there. I mean, they ran one receiver route and he was open. That's pretty frustrating.
A little play action that kind of held the secondary and the linebackers, and fortunate there for Muscatine. Draw play to Figueroa, and that first quick step.
Well, and again, what's happening there is the Muskies see the ball, they see the runner, and they're coming upfield. Our outside pressure there came upfield. The kid is so good with his step that he steps up forward, causes the outside pressure to miss. Then he replaces where the outside defender came from, in that case Reed Olsis, and then there's a hole there. So even though our kid's not blocked, he's running free. If you can dodge him, there's a hole now where he was.
So it'll be 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line. Navarro's going to keep it on this one, and he's able to sidestep and fight his way down to the 1-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Clippers.
Well, we talked about that heel depth and the importance there, and that was one play where TD, who's been doing a great job all night, just got a little bit too much penetration, and that set up the quarterback to go by him. And again, just like on the previous play, when you come upfield and they get around you, where you were is where the hole now is located. And the quarterback squirted right through there and got him right on the doorstep.
So now 1st and goal at the 1, and a spread formation here from the Clippers. Now they bring tight end back in motion. They give it to Figueroa, stiff arms to get outside, and he is into the end zone, but he had to work harder than I think he wanted to.
Yeah, nice job by the Muskies to come up, just could not finish him off, so close.
So Figueroa fights his way into the end zone as Clear Creek takes a 6-point lead with the extra point to come from Hennis. Swinging gate look again. Bowlers is the long snapper. Navarra is the holder. And in that formation, the snapper is an eligible receiver. So now they go to the traditional formation. Hennis kick is up. And it looks like it is good. So the Clippers will take the lead 21-14, just over 5 minutes to play. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Muskie and watching Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Get on a roll.
And welcome back to Muscatine Muskie football and Discover Muscatine. Clear Creek kicking off. Here's Hennis' kick. That's back deep. It's going to be fielded by Prince Wee at his own 4-yard line, and he's got a seam up the middle. Here he goes. Cuts it to the outside over the 30-yard line.
Kick taken there by Prince Wee, number 21. A good return.
Are the Muskies. Great return there for the Muskies.
Yeah, it's nice to set the offense up. Now this is our best starting position of the day.
Absolutely.
And so see if we can get something cooking here with the offense.
Muscatine gives up the touchdown to Figueroa on the last drive for Clear Creek-Amana, trailing 7. So it's 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
31-yard line, 1st and 10 Muskies.
Xander Morgan in at quarterback for the Muskies. Mentor Cooper back deep. I believe Mentor's up over 200 yards rushing now. With 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. They give us to Cooper. And he's again continuing to fight for that extra yardage. And we have a man down here for Clear Creek-Amana.
Cover the ball carrier.
And I can't see the number. Is that
Looks
88?
to me like it's TJ Bowlers.
That is number 88, TJ Bowlers. He has his helmet off. Looks like he might just be cramping up based off of what the trainer is doing. Again, TJ, a name that many people are familiar with here in southeast and eastern Iowa. A young man is the son of Trevor Bowlers, who's a former University of Iowa standout, and TJ heading to the University of Wisconsin to play what's projected to be outside linebacker for the Badgers. So a fine player, and hopefully it is just a cramp issue for the young man, and it's nothing more serious than that. As the Muskies trail by 1 touchdown, Metro Cooper, responding nicely there from the fumble off the extra effort, still running hard, not running tentatively, with a nice 5-yard gain there on 1st down.
Yeah, just going to have to protect the ball a little bit and understand that, it's that balance between extending plays and making sure you end up to finish the play with the football. Again, cannot fault the effort.
No, absolutely. The whole live to fight another day sort of mentality, and you have to give a lot of credit to Clear Creek-Amana on that, too, finding a opportunity to create the turnover. They call them takeaways for a reason. Sometimes the defense does their job too. So the Muskies trailing 21-14 as they continue to stretch out TJ Bowlers on the field. We'll step away for 30 seconds, and you're listening and watching Muskie football and Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
And welcome back to Muscatine Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Again, still stretching out what appears to be a cramp in our amateur medical skills up here in the broadcast booth. It's a great time to talk about some of our fine sponsors bringing you Muskie athletics this year. Rivo Plumbing. We'll have the Rivo Plumbing play of the game later on in our post-game show, which the post-game show presented by Discover Muscatine. Our offensive player of the game is sponsored by Bear of Muscatine. Our defensive player of the game is from Eastern Iowa Community Colleges. And then our red zone is the First National Bank of Muscatine red zone. Muscatine making several trips into the red zone today. And then our other fine sponsors, the Healthy Smiles Family Dentistry Fan Cam. Great contingent from Muscatine making the trek here to Tiffin tonight. And River Rehab, Pearl City Construction, and Excel Auto Glass. Also bringing you all Muskie athletics. Again, tomorrow you can catch Muscatine swimming here as the Muscatine girls will be swimming at home at the Carver Aquatic Center. And you can watch that right here on Discover Muscatine and discovermuscatine.com, as well as on the YouTube and Facebook live streams as well.
Be interesting to see what the Muskies dial up here after the extended break.
Xander Morgan in at quarterback, Metro Cooper in the tailback position. Bobbled snap, Xander making something out of nothing here, and he's able to get a short gain. It looks like a gain of 2 or 3.
Xander Morgan on the keeper.
Probably not what they drew up.
Nope, but a good improvisation by Morgan to make sure a bobbled snap didn't turn into something worse.
That's right. Now you got 3rd and 3 here. Be interesting to see if they try to stay with the hot hand, get the ball to Mentor in some space. Of course, you've always got Eli Gay. You can run a little, dink and doink with him, see if you can get him out into some area here, or 2 backs in the backfield for the Muskies.
And Morgan's going to keep it, and he is swallowed up on the outside. Fine play by linebacker, defensive end, Calvin Mendieta.
Yeah, tough one there. If he had it back, he might have given it to Mentor or seemed to have a little bit of a space, but tough call, and, Xander tried to do it himself and made a great effort, but just a nice play by the linebacker there to track him down. Very sure tackle and know where Xander could go.
So Morgan now on to punt. 3:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. As Muscatine trails Clear Creek-Amana 21-14. Morgan gets the snap. And an end-over-end kick. Caught by Gage Freeman at the 25. Ooh. And a good coverage there. George Ocampo with the tackle.
Great job on the shoestrings there by George to pull that guy down and make the big play.
Freeman's able to return it out to the 30-yard line, 5-yard return, and it'll be Clear Creek-Amana ball.
Big series here for the Muskies defense. I know I'd love to get a little 3 and out and get that ball back and give Xander and company another chance at it.
Great chance for a strip and a scoop and score, too. 3:23 to play in the 3rd quarter. Clear Creek-Amana comes onto the field with quarterback Ryan Navarra, Alex Figueroa really leading, and running back Alex Figueroa really leading this offense in their first 2 ball games of the season. Navarra's got Figueroa to his right. Johnson goes in motion. He gives it to Figueroa, who is met at the line of scrimmage. Short gain.
Blitz, ran a little right in the position to make the play and did so.
It's like Barkalow also kind of in there helping out on the tackle.
Yeah, I think he was on the move, and that's where the stunt kind of came from. He opened that up a little bit.
So now Navarra and Figueroa in the backfield. Trayton Bickle goes in motion. They give it to Figueroa. It's going to be a gain of about 4 or 5 on the spot. Generous spot from the side judge. So it'll be 3rd and 4 from the Clipper 35.5-yard line. Going to have timeout, Clippers.
Confusion on the sideline there.
Didn't have the personnel on the field that he wanted, and Coach Baker calling the timeout. Our fan cam again is brought to you by the Healthy Smiles Family Dentistry. Check them out for your teeth needs. The Muskies 3rd and 4 on defense here, trying to stop an offensive charge. So we've got 2:26 to play. This is a big 3rd down here for the Muskie defense.
You know, it really is. You're going to obviously want to tell your guys to key the football here, meaning watch the ball movement, do not jump off sides, do not give up the free 1st down. Could see a possible little screen action here out of Clear Creek-Amana. I think they're most likely just to give the ball to their running back who's been hot, let him get into the inside, maybe read what's going on, and either take it up the hole or cut it back across the formation, which he's had great success with tonight.
Brock Reed also in at wide receiver now for the Clippers. Freeman in motion.
There you go.
They swing it back to Freeman, and he's able to get to the outside, and he goes out of bounds just over the 45-yard line. So that will be a 1st down for the Clippers.
I like that play call there, Joel. Nice job of putting the guy in motion, getting him around in the arena motion. By that meaning he's going to come back behind the running back, get deep, give him the ball out in space, and then just let a kid be athletic and run to the edge and force the Muskies to make a play, which they did, just not soon enough.
Gage Freeman with a nice first down conversion off the short, easy pass from Navarro. Johnson goes in motion across the formation. They give it to Figueroa. He cuts back. What a cutback by that young man.
Yeah, he's really good at going, coming up, stopping, and then readjusting his body and going. Very impressive. That 175 was no fluke last week, Joel. It's a good runner.
It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Clippers.
49-yard line. 2nd and 4 Clippers.
Navarro with the hard count. They don't call it offsides, so they're going to keep rolling here.
Everybody's pointing at everybody.
It's chaos. Navarro back to pass. He throws the short hitch to Reed. Reed catches it, and he'll be up for a first down across the 44-yard line, 42-yard line.
Muskies have brought a lot of pressure there. Nice job by the Clear Creek-Amana line to hold him out just in time for him to get that quick hitch out to the outside.
Yeah, a short developing play there for the Clippers. A nice, easy pitch and catch.
Trips up top.
Figueroa, Navarro, and the tailback. Reed single receiver to the left. This is going to be a quarterback power as Navarro keeps it.
So one of the things they're really enjoying doing here is putting a strength to the formation on one side and then bringing their running back to the other side on the read. So if it's open, if you stack too many guys, the trips are going to give it to the hot hand, let the running back go. If not, quarterback Navarro is going to pull it and go back to the other side. So.
And left tackle, number 75, Aaron Feinberg, did a nice job pulling on that play. You like to see those tackles get out and pull like that. Navarro, he gives it to Figueroa. Figueroa breaks a few tackles. He's into the secondary, and he's still going. It'll be a first down for the Clippers as Alex Figueroa gets out just shy of the 25.
Yeah, a couple of Muskies bounced off there. Just got to drive up. You got to grab up, and we always talk about stabbing in the back and grabbing cloth, and you got to get that cloth. This kid is too elusive to just try to flop an arm out there and hope he's going to go down.
He's coming out of the game now. He just took his helmet off. I don't know if it's having a contact issue or something. But Gage Freeman now in at running back.
Well, he's running about a half mile tonight.
They throw it out to Johnson. Johnson breaks the tackle, and he gets a first down, and then some.
Nice play by the wide receiver there to just put his foot in the ground and make a move on the outside linebacker. Again, a little bit of a speed versus size matchup there. When you got that much space out there, the speed often wins that one.
That'll be the last play of the third quarter. Looks like Clear Creek content to take this to the fourth quarter, up one touchdown as they get into the red zone. So that'll be 3 quarters here in Tiffin, Iowa. Clear Creek-Amana leads Muscatine 21-14. You're watching Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. We're going to go ahead and take a quick 60-second break.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Get on a
And we are back in Tiffin, Iowa. Clear Creek-Amana leading Muscatine 21-14 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. The Muskies trying to stop another score opportunity here for the Clippers as they are at their own 14-yard line, the Muskie 14-yard line in the red zone. Clear Creek really what's been a fine performance by their offensive line and Alex Figueroa here in the third quarter. The Muskies unfortunately had a turnover that turned into some points. And that's been the story of the second half so far.
Yeah, it'd be a nice time to dig our heels in on 1st and 10 inside the red zone and try to get a big stop for the Muskies.
Navarro with an empty formation. Gage Freeman coming into motion. They give it to him on the edge, and he's got a little seal there. And it's a foot race to the pylon, and Freeman's going to win. Gage Freeman with the touchdown. That's a 14-yard touchdown run as the Clippers take a 27-14 lead at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Just got out into space there. Nobody set the edge for the Muskies. It turned into a foot race and couldn't catch him.
Just a lot of speed on the edges here for this Clear Creek-Amana team.
Well, you know, as much as I enjoyed I really like the 3-4, one of the things you got to be leery of sometimes is getting that edge set, making sure you have a guy that can control that outside because it is a little bit more of a soft spot. So
Bowlers is their long snapper, and he is now on the sideline with an injury. And so the snap is up, and it is blocked.
Great block.
Prince Wee with a phenomenal block.
God, the guy looked like Lawrence Taylor from the original Tecmo Bowl. That was unbelievable. Nice job by Prince.
Prince with a phenomenal block there. That's an amazing callback to the greatest video game of all time.
And one thing people won't realize, really critical when you are going for a pump block or, a kick block like that, you got to only come from one side. Otherwise, you get concussions for your kids when you got people coming from both sides colliding. So if you're not really a football aficionado, you'll notice you're going to see them come from one side, stay from on the other side, and that's just to protect the kids.
Yeah, and Prince got a clear look there, and the snap did come back a little bit slower than it had, so that helps in that regard too. You know, you don't think about that with some of these injuries. Special teams can be really where they affect because some of these starters play key roles on special teams as well.
Yeah, and you only got so many reps in practice, especially for special teams. So when a key guy goes down at a snapping or kicking position, it becomes very difficult.
And right now, Bowlers is on the sideline without his shoulder pads on, so I don't know if we're going to see him again or not. So that is a big blocked extra point for the Muskies. 27-14, they trail. We're at the beginning of the fourth quarter, just 7 seconds gone. And Hennis to kick off to Wee and Gay.
It's going to be a big possession for Muscatine.
And they're going to kick it. It looks like this is going to be Eli Gay, who's got a head of steam coming up to the 25-yard line.
23 on the return is Eli Gay.
And the Muskies are going to take over right at the 25, or just 26-yard line.
And again, Muscatine not had a ton of success through the air tonight. Been really nice on the ground. That can be a little bit slower. It keeps the clock running. So you can't wait to get started any longer in this. You really got to put some stuff together. And I know Coach is going to really want to come away from this drive with a touchdown.
Prince Wee wide left with Gay and Gay and Dalby to the right. They give it to Cooper. Cooper breaks it to the outside. Oh, that's a great tackle by number 21, Nate Beckman.
Well, and I'll tell you something else too, Joel. Harrison Rosenberg, number 7, did a really nice job of just being in the way enough that Mentor couldn't get the corner. And that allowed Beckman to come in and clean that play up.
Beckman and Rosenberg sounds like it could be a law firm down the street. Xander Morgan in the shotgun formation with Mentor Cooper to his right. Trips formation to the top. Morgan, he's going to take a shot deep. Intended for Prince Wee, and that's going to be intercepted. Underthrown into the inside, and that's going to be intercepted by Ben Swales.
I like the Muskies looking to stretch the field vertically there. You know, you've done a lot of running. You got guys creeping up. You try to get a little something elasticity-wise down the field, and just a little bit too much wind under that ball, and the defensive back was able to track it down and make a nice play.
So it'll be another turnover for the Muskies as the defense comes back on the field, trying to create a takeaway of their own here. So Navarra brings his offense back on the field. ready to take the snap from shotgun. He's got Figueroa to his right. Tight end comes in motion. They give it to Figueroa to the left. He cuts up about 4.
You know, Joel, this just feels like a situation where you need to lean on a little bit of senior leadership here. You got a lot of guys who've been playing defense for 2 years now, some of them even 3 years. You really need a guy to step up and make an individual play. You need to get a turnover here. You need to flip the field, give your offense and your team some spark. Let's hope somebody here on the Muskies, one of these seniors, can step up and do something for them.
A little screen out to Beckman, or excuse me, to Rosenberg. And he is wrestled down by Eli Gay, but not until he can get a first down. We're seeing a lot of high percentage throws called from the Clear Creek-Amana offensive coaching staff, not making Navarra have to read a lot and challenge drive the ball downfield. Basically an extension of their running game.
Yeah, most of those throws are just in the backfield. It's a real, like, West Coast, type of style here, even though they're into the spread.
Reed Olsis meets Figueroa in the backfield, and Figueroa face masking him all the way off to the sideline.
Stay right on it. Stay right
and that is a point of emphasis this year. I was reading the officiating guidelines, the offensive face mask, but nothing called, and that is a big loss, though, still from Olsis in the backfield. Great
play by Reed, and I don't blame him for being a little fired up there. Not only was he into the face mask, but he kind of continued that thing well into out of bounds where he still had a hold of him.
Yeah.
The offensive guy was pulling him further out of bounds.
So it's going to be 2nd and long, 2nd and 18 for the Clippers. It was a great play from the outside linebacker.
Great opportunity for a screen here. Ran it earlier to no success.
And it's a quarterback counter. And Olsis runs it down from the backfield. And Reed Olsis, you were talking about that senior leadership. There's a senior trying to make something happen.
He's fired up. He didn't take very kindly to that hand of the face mask, I'll tell you that.
And Olsis, who was the defensive player of the game last week, Muscatine's leading tackler, picking up where he left off last week. The son of the Muscatine Activities Director, Tom Olsis, who's a huge asset to us on the broadcast side. Reed playing a very fine 4th quarter here. So 3rd and long. Looks like a pump and go. And Navarra, he comes and he finds a man open, and that's going to be a first down and more. Harrison Rosenberg, after Navarra able to create and find an open man downfield.
Well, what he did so well there, Joel, is he used his feet to keep the play alive. He moved around in the pocket, found some hole, and then didn't lose his composure, didn't pull the ball down and just immediately take off running, which would have been a 5-yard gain and a turnover eventually. Kept his composure, kept the ball up in a throwing position, found the open man, got him the ball, and Rosenberg did the rest.
Rosenberg doing a nice job, too, of just settling down in an open void and keeping a nice target back to his quarterback. So 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. The give is to Figueroa, who breaks a tackle, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. That is a back-breaking touchdown right now for the Clippers. A lot of football left to be played, 8:50 to go. But after a 3rd and long conversion, a touchdown, that's tremendous adversity overcoming for the Clipper offense.
Well, back-to-back plays, they're just killer for you there. And I know Trevor Barklow would like to have that play back. He had it dead to rights and made a great play to get into the hole and be right there where he needed to be and just couldn't finish it off.
So 33-14, waiting on this extra point. Muscatine did block the last extra point. Hennis with the kick is up, and it is good. So it'll be 34-14, 8:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Bart Chiropractic and Rehab Clinic has moved. Their new facility is designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed, and though they're just down the road from their previous location, they've more than doubled the space to provide top-of-the-line chiropractic care for you. They are excited to continue serving the Muscatine area and hope to see you soon. You can stop into their new location or check out their website for a free virtual walkthrough tour. Go visit Bart Chiropractic at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Welcome to Bart Chiropractic.
And welcome back to Clear Creek-Amana High School. Muscatine on the road for week 2 of the Iowa High School Football Association football season. Muscatine trailing 34-14. And right now, Ben, Muscatine looking to find some explosion in their offense.
Yeah, going to need a big play here. Going to have to bust something open early and often. Now you're going to run out of time.
Starting quarterback for the Muskies, Jake Draves, did go out in the second quarter. Zaner Morgan has really shouldered that position here throughout the rest of the game. But Mender Cooper, the offensive star right now for the Muskies, over 200 yards rushing and 1 touchdown as Hennis kicks it off. And he's going to kick that into the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. And he's been flirting with that touchback all game long, and that one finally crosses the goal line.
Yeah, you'd almost say well-deserved there. He's really been smashing the ball. And, you know, that's I will say, too, for this Clear Creek-Amana team, it's a really nice couple of weapons to have, you know, the big punter that can smash that ball down the field and get you out of bad spots. And then on the kickoff, being able to kick that ball in the air inside the 5 is just really, really strong.
Yeah, and they're not specialists. Hennis has been a tremendous tackler from his safety position, and Swales has an interception at corner.
Well, they're athletic. You almost wonder if maybe they're soccer guys.
So Connor Christensen will now take over at quarterback, and he keeps it. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. He gets outside, and he's unable to get, and we do have a flag on the play.
Late flag, too. We'll see. That's interesting. I wonder if that might go against
I don't know if that was a
the
face
Clippers.
mask or a holding. I'm not sure.
If it was a holding, he sure needed some time to think about it.
He's talking to the head official. And it looks like they're talking to the Clear Creek-Amana sideline. So it looks like this one might be going against the Muskies. An illegal block in the back against the Muskies. And they're going to take that penalty, so that will move Muscatine back. So it'll be first and 15, first and 17. Is that half the distance? So it'll be first and 20.
Yep, first and 20.
So it'll make it first and 20 with 8:41 to play. Muscatine down 20, 3-scored ball game. Connor Christensen, the junior, in at quarterback with Cooper deep behind him. Higher snap, caught by Christensen. He gives it to Cooper. He's got a nice hole, but a good fill tackle. There's Hennis again.
Yeah, the Clippers giveth and the Clippers taketh away there. Looked like we might have a big play on our hands, and that thing closed up real fast.
Just safety coming downhill, making the tackle is Anthony Hennis. So we've got Christensen at quarterback, Cooper back deep. He's got Weed to his left, Gay, Recker, and Beatty to the right. 2nd and 17 from their own 14-yard line. Christensen drops back to pass, and he's going to swing it out to Cooper. He's got Freeman in the open field, and he is taken down. Good open field tackle by Gage Freeman.
Cooper, number 26. Gage Freeman, number 24 on the stop for the Clippers.
Little like swing screen, kind of try to run the other defenders off and see if Mentor can beat a guy in the open field there.
Yeah, and I like the philosophy there. You got the junior quarterback in. It's only his second series. You're trying to give him a high percentage throw, get him confident, and you know, get him into the passing game there. It's a tough set of downs anyway, right?
It's a tough situation. 3rd and 15, 7:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Christensen drops back to pass, and he's going to take a shot and throws a little bit too flat of a ball. Was looking for Eli Gay in the slot.
Yeah, just about 7 yards too far. But again, you got that excitement, the nerves. You got a guy going downfield, and it's hard. It's very difficult to come in. You're cold, where you're down here some points. You come in the fourth, and you just get the jitters out. I hope they get him the ball back here again soon. I'd like to see him throw a few more balls. I think he's going to be just fine.
Xander Morgan in to punt for the Muskies as Gage Freeman goes back deep for the Clippers.
Zoe, slide to your right to get the punter, please. Quick.
So Xander taking the snap.
All the way back to your right. To your right, get the punter.
And he gets the punt off.
Get back to the...
And that's an end-over-end kick, and that's going to roll out of bounds, not getting across the 50-yard line. It'll be Clipper ball at the 43. And so it'll be Clipper ball with 7:08 to play in the fourth quarter, trying to really try to close the door here on the Muskies.
Yep.
They're going to get the ball in the plus 40-yard line. That'll be Muskie 40-yard line. Discover Muscatine Sports Network, brought to you by Excel Auto Glass, Pearl City Construction, River Rehab, as well as Healthy Smiles, Family Dentistry, Bear of Muscatine, Eastern Iowa Community College, and First National Bank of Muscatine.
See, should be a run right here.
Navarra fumbles the snap, and he is swallowed by Nick Peterson. That ball is still open. That ball is still open, and I believe the official was going to call it dead. So they're going to rule he was down, and there'll be Clipper ball. And the spot moved up from where the ball was recovered by about 4 yards.
Yeah. That was a very interesting little series of plays there. Those, I don't know. Don't have any good suggestions for what we saw there. I'm not sure. But again, probably going to keep the ball on the ground here, even 2nd and long. Just keep that clock running. You've had a lot of success with it.
Gage Freeman now at tailback, and he's going to take that carry. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Clippers. So I don't know if we're going to see Figueroa again unless Muscatine's able to cut into this lead. Gage Freeman now at running back. Navarra still at quarterback.
I would not be surprised to see him keep it on the ground here again, even in 3rd and 14.
Yeah, they're
don't put your quarterback in a position to get hit. Muskie appear to be stacking the box.
And they drop back to pass, and they get it to, Ben Swales in the slot.
He punts, he catches, the guy does a lot of things.
And it'll be 4th and 4.
Terry must be proud.
Any relation?
I don't know.
Because isn't he an Iowa City area guy?
Maybe.
His punts are certainly rainmakers, that's for certain.
That was a reach.
So it'll be 4th and 4 from the Muskie 33-yard line.
Sorry, everybody was thinking of him. Sorry.
That's all right.
I like this, though. This is smart coaching. You're going to run the play down, probably take a timeout, figure out what you want to do, which I would assume is go for it, and go from there. It's good coaching.
So 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a 30-second break on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
And we're back at Clear Creek-Amana High School in Tiffin, Iowa. You know, not a typical opponent for Muscatine, Ben, as we are in 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, but with COVID-19 making some adjustments to the Iowa High School Athletic Association schedule, making more regional schedules. This is a matchup now between two teams that aren't that far apart from one another, but being in different classes aren't going to play in traditional district play.
Yeah, I mean, I coached for Muscatine for 19 years and have never been here in my life, Joel.
So Clear Creek-Amana 34-14 with the lead.
Empty set. How about this?
Yeah.
Probably going to bring a guy in motion.
Maybe quarterback draw, quarterback trap.
I think they'll bring a guy across. There you go. There's the jet sweep.
And they're able to, he's going to get a first down, get a final push, and he gets the first down. Gage Freeman, a hard runner.
Yeah.
So that's a big first down for the Clippers.
I like that too there. You know, if you're going to run that anyway, start that kid out wide, get him a running start. Also see what the defense does. A lot of times guys will, if they're in a zone, they'll hang a kid out there and you get that jet motion coming across. They don't have a good bump for it. And you get a little bit of a soft corner. It's kind of a nice way to start that instead of just having the guy in the backfield and having him get one step ahead start.
So Navarra is going to keep it here. And he's going to be out close to the first down marker. I mean, you're obviously trying to maybe protect it and keep the clock going by not running it and throwing it, but.
Well, frankly, and again, I don't know.
And I think now we have a different quarterback coming in now. I think that's a situation where they
about time.
call a play, and head coach is like, don't call that with the starter.
Right.
And so Swale's now in a quarterback.
Well, and again, I mean, I think, it's not about putting in your second team. I think it's more about this kid's a very vital part of your offense.
Yeah.
You got to protect him.
And they give it up the middle, and that is number 22, Ethan Pegum.
Pegum with a nice run there.
So that'll make it first down and 10 from the Muskie 11-yard line, 12-yard line.
I mean, it would have been early.
So Clear Creek-Amana working every second of that play clock that we can see in the end zone.
You're not being a good role model for Zoe.
Arena motion.
And they give it to Pegum up the middle. He's met by Sanchez and Thomas.
Nice job stacking him up there. Muskie defense still playing hard.
As we work into 3 minutes, and we do have a Muskie down on the play. Looks like that's Sanchez.
Zoe, stay right there with those guys. Stay right there.
Officials timeout.
And these are the bumps and bruises you hope you don't see. You never want to see a kid not get up on a play, but this late in the clock in the situation that it can get, it's really, you just really hope everyone's doing okay. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to step away for 60 seconds as the Muskie staff, training staff, attends to Anthony Sanchez. You're listening to Muskie Football and watching Muskie Football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
You're going to want to go check out Bark Chiropractic's new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine. Whether you need a basic, athletic, or accident injury treated, have a specific body problem such as back pain, leg pain, arm pain, or a spinal condition, need pain relief, or just want to improve your overall health, and no matter what your age, from infants to adults, Bark Chiropractic may have a solution for you. Call to make an appointment today. They're excited to see you at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
And welcome back to Muscatine Muskie football. Anthony Sanchez being helped off the field. Looks like a lower extremity injury as he's being helped off the field. So hopefully Anthony just a nick that is easily treated with some ice and some rest. As the Muskies trail 34-14, 3:12 to play here in the fourth quarter, with Clear Creek-Amana knocking on the door for another score. And it's really been all Clippers this second half. Again, stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by Discover Muscatine, where we will have the Rivo Plumbing and Heating Play of the Game, our offensive player of the game, the Bear of Muscatine, and our defensive player of the game from Eastern Iowa Community College.
David Wanty, the juniors, checked in to replace the injured Sanchez at inside linebacker.
Ben Swales at quarterback for Clear Creek. He's going to roll out to the right. He's looking to throw. He's got his tight end on the backside, and that's going to be another touchdown. And that is number 12, Bryce Maugan, for the touchdown. So another touchdown for Clear Creek.
Nice job, almost a little quarterback waggle there. They sprint him out, they get him going in motion, get a little backside of a cross. And, one thing that they've done a tremendous job, they haven't thrown the ball a lot, but when they've thrown it in traffic, they've done a nice job all night long throwing and catching in traffic.
And then Maugan able to break a tackle to get to the goal line.
So they don't give away.
Low snap. The kick is up, and it's good.
The point after is good. 3:06 left here in the game. The Clippers 41. The Muskies 14.
So we're going to keep it right here. So 3 minutes to go. The Muskies looking to try and and get their offense going here with 3 minutes to go. They've been scoreless here in the second half. And Connor Christensen looks like we're going to see him some more at quarterback. He got the last series. You know, you don't want to talk about playing for pride or playing for next week, but there's a big game next week at Pleasant Valley. And the Muskies, an improved game today, scoring 14 points and hopefully some more. Ben, I mean, you got to make sure your kids finish the game here and keep their heads in it.
Well, I mean, certainly. I guess if you'd told me this is where the direction was going to go after that second quarter, I'd have thought you were a fool. But they got that hit again. Don't know the nature of it. But got that hit on Draves and knocked him out. It just seemed to kind of deflate the sails a little bit for the Muskies. And give credit to Clear Creek-Amana too. They really stuck with their game plan. Did a nice job running the ball. Nice job throwing the ball when they needed to, and they've put themselves in a position to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, it's the little things you just got to keep working on, and Muscatine is showing improvement, and they're going to be fine. I'm pretty confident in saying that. So Hennis will kick off for the Clippers with Gay and Wee back deep. And Gay's going to take that, and he's going to try to return it to the Muskie sideline. He's got a seam, an open field, and Eli Gay breaks a tackle. He keeps going over the 50-yard line, and he is pushed out of bounds at the Clipper 40-yard line.
Great return, and that's what the Muskie faithful have been waiting for, is that kid to get a little bit of space and do something dangerous with it. That was a nice return. Got some nice blocks downfield. People kept their arms in. No penalties. Great job by the Muskies there.
Yeah, great return. Eli Gay, 2 years ago, was one of the top return men in the entire state of Iowa. This season, he actually earned third-team All-State honors. And showing how explosive he can be on that kick. So Connor Christensen, the junior quarterback, he takes the snap and he gives it to Cooper. Cooper with a big hole, puts his shoulder down, trucks a player close to a first down.
Well, and you talked about, Joel, keeping your head in the game, and it appears the Muskies are doing just that. You know, guys are out there fighting, competing.
We've got a Clipper down. We have a Clipper down, and the officials haven't quite seen him yet.
Is he hurt, or has he got a shoe situation here? Looked like a shoe. That's a shoe situation.
Yeah.
He's got a separated sneaker there. Now he's going to have to come out.
Oh,
a little traumatic. Yeah, well, okay.
But it was clear what the issue was as the shoe went flying.
Yep.
So now the Muskies will be 1st and 10. Christensen takes the snap, drops back to pass. Throws it out to Recker, who makes a nice catch, turns it upfield. Big stiff arm by Nolan Recker. Another first down for the Muskies.
Well, it's nice to see him get involved. We've been waiting for him to get involved in the offense. He's a nice big target. Junior there, great job. And big kudos to the Muskie offensive line there. Nice pocket. Connor Christensen had all day to throw. And for a junior quarterback stepping into the game in the middle, in the fourth quarter, that's all you can ask for to kind of settle the nerves.
Getting some confidence, because you never know how much he's going to have to play moving forward. Christensen with Recker in motion. We're going to have a false start by the left tackle.
Too bad, too. That looks set up.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Muskies. It'll be 1st and 15 now from the 22-yard line. As they enter the First National Bank red zone and find their way now just on the outside of it. It'll be first down for the Muskies, 1st and 15. As they give it to Recker on the outside, and he's got a head of steam. He turns it up. That is a big boy moving.
Nice. Muskie stayed with the same play call despite the penalty.
So Nolan Recker gets up about a 13-yard run, so it's going to be 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 on that play. We'll make it 2nd and 2.
Christensen takes the snap.
Going for the big man again.
Throwing it to Recker, and just outside his reach. He'll be incomplete. 3rd down and 2 for the Muskies inside the First National Bank of Muscatine red zone.
It'll bring up 3rd down for the Muskies.
Well, it'll be interesting, too, if they don't get it here, is this 2-down territory. And the only reason I ask that is because is it a chance where you want to practice your field goal in case you need it, right, or do you just try to score? Neither thing is going to make a difference in the game in the end. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide. But hopefully it's a non-decision.
They give it to Christensen actually keeps it. And he gets the first down, it appears. It's close, but it looks like, yes, he has the first down.
Nice job by Connor there. Great little fake. Mentor sold it well. The defense bit, I bit, and the way he scooped it out and the way he went.
It faked me out. Mentor, this is 2 games in a row he's really sold out on the play fake. He does a nice job on that. He makes play-by-play guys look foolish, but kudos to him. Connor Christensen takes the snap. This time he gives it to Cooper. He's going to be in for the touchdown. Mentor Cooper gives the ball right to the officials, and they score a touchdown.
Cooper, number 26.
Minute to go here. Muscatine trails 41-20. Extra point on its way. It looks like they're going to give another kicker an opportunity here. Prince Wee kicked the previous extra points. And this is number 10, whom I don't have on our roster for the Muskies. Or is that number 18? No, number 10.
10.
Low snap. Kick is up. And it's good. Connor Christensen gets a lot of credit there for a phenomenal hold. That was a great hold by that young man.
Even Ray Finkel would have been happy with that.
41-21, the Clippers lead. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. It's Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
And welcome back to Clipper Stadium at Clear Creek-Amana High School as Clear Creek leads Muscatine 41-21. Minute to go here. Ben, big touchdown there for the Muskies, getting some confidence back on offense.
Yeah, I mean, appreciate the fight, appreciate the hard work. I know Coach will as well. You know, put some things together there. Got Connor Christensen throwing the ball a little bit, which is some nice experience. Getting Recker involved in the offense, which we'd like to see. I mean, he's such a big, tall kid. You know, in the course of high school football, you're going to be able to put that kid this season in some matchups against some shorter kids. And is there a way to exploit that and to take advantage? We hope that there is. So we'll see here. Kick the ball back, play a little stout defense, and get ready for PV next week.
Yeah, and it does look like we have some confirmation that that Jake Draves is getting some x-rays. We're still waiting on some of the results on that on his shoulder area. So pooch kick there is fielded by Ben Pegump, and they're Ethan Pegump, excuse me, and that's going to be recovered by Clear Creek, and it'll be their ball at their own 37-yard line.
Nice play by that kid.
Yeah, secure the ball.
Full speed,
down.
Grab it and slide. Be interesting to see here if they try to run a couple plays and get cute, just take the knee. What's the coach going to decide to do?
And so the Muskies are looking to, I think this is just going to be a kneel-down situation and see if Muscatine uses their timeouts. Maybe try to get one first down. I'm not a mathlete, so.
No need. I don't think Muscatine will burn timeouts here.
And the give is to Pegump, who fights, making the best of his carries. Gets close to the first down marker. But it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Clippers as the Clippers work the play clock down.
Petty Leffler checking in for TD, checking in a nose tackle.
Swales gives it to Pegump.
Oh, nice drive by Patrick there on that play. Came in from fresh legs and drove his guy right back, set up that tackle. Nice job.
That looks like it will be the last play of the ball game as we're under 10 seconds as the Muskies are trailing, and it looks like they're going to lose this game 41-21. And so that is our final score. Clear Creek-Amana moves to 1-1, and the Muskies move to 0-2 We'll be back after a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with your Discover Muscatine post-game show, where we will give you our player of the game presented by Rivo Plumbing, our offensive player of the game from Bear of Muscatine, and our defensive player of the game from Eastern Iowa Community College. You're watching Muskie football on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Get on a roll with Pearl City Construction, the local experts in roofing, siding, gutters, and more, where you always work directly with the owner and where homeowners don't pay out of pocket for deductibles. Whether you're planning home improvements months in advance or you're hit with sudden storm damage, you can count on Pearl City Construction to deliver reliable, on-time repairs and installation.
Hi, I'm Rob Wadden, owner of Pearl City Construction. Give us a call or visit us online, and remember, homeowners don't pay out of pocket for their deductible.
Bart Chiropractic and Rehab Clinic has moved. Their new facility is designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed, and though they're just down the road from their previous location, they've more than doubled the space to provide top-of-the-line chiropractic care for you. They are excited to continue serving the Muscatine area and hope to see you soon. You can stop into their new location or check out their website for a free virtual walkthrough tour. Go visit Bart Chiropractic at their new location on the corner of 2nd and Pine in Muscatine.
Welcome to Bart Chiropractic.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
And welcome back to Muscatine High School football as Muscatine falls to Clear Creek-Amana 41-21. Joel Kraushaar, Ben Neitzel here on the Discover Muscatine Muskie Sports Network. And Ben, another tough loss for the Muskies, being tied at 14 at halftime, and then it was just all Clear Creek in the second half.
Yeah, they really showed great heart there. Got it down early and responded really, really well. Came out some great defensive stands, had some really, really nice offensive drives. It seemed like when Draves went down in the second, it just took the wind out of their sails a little bit and couldn't get anything going offensively. And credit to Clear Creek, excuse me.
It's a tongue twister.
It is, jeez. Credit to Clear Creek-Amana. They ran the ball well. They made passes and catches when they needed to move the chains and really just put together some nice offensive series there in the second half to really just open that thing up and pull away from the Muskies.
Again, our post game presented by Discover Muscatine. Our Rivo Plumbing and Heating play of the game, our offensive player of the game, presented by Bear of Muscatine. Ben, our offensive player of the game tonight?
I think we're going to have to go with Mentor Cooper again. Just a great job running the ball, creating holes, and taking some opportunities where he could have been a short gain or even a loss and turning into a big gain. So certainly some kudos to his offensive line who opened some holes, and it definitely deserves a mention. But there were some very great individual plays by Mentor all through the whole game. Unofficially
have him for over 220 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns on the ball game. Did have 1 fumble. But a fine outing for Mentor Cooper with the big yards and 2 scores. And then our defensive player of the game presented by Eastern Iowa Community College.
George Ocampo. Great job by George playing pass defense, making some big tackles, coming up, hitting guys. Think about that standout play where he went on one with the big man and cut him down to get the turnover on 4th down. So just a great job by George all game long and really stepped up tonight.
And then our Rivo Plumbing and Heating play of the game, I really think that's got to go to the big, I think it was a 52-yard run. He didn't get into the end zone, but Mentor Cooper had a big chunk yardage play with that. So that is our Bear Plumbing and Heating play of the game. So good effort there by the Muskies, and a big thank you to our sponsors presenting you this high school football broadcast. We will have Pleasant Valley next week. That is a away game. Now, Pleasant Valley is having some additional restrictions on media credentials for their games. So we will not physically be at the game broadcasting, but we are working well with Quad City Sports Net, who is the home broadcasting for Pleasant Valley. On the Discover Muscatine Facebook page and the Facebook stream, we will have the QC Sportsnet audio. So you will be able to listen to the Muscatine Pleasant Valley football game on the Discover Muscatine stream if you cannot make the trip up to Pleasant Valley. So a thank you to our friends at Quad City Sportsnet for giving us the opportunity to still bring you that action on our feed. And so that will be the last of 3 home games to start the season for the Muskies. And then we'll have Davenport West will come to town on September 18th. That is homecoming. And then travel again to Brady Street Stadium with Davenport North, and then finish the season, the regular season, with 2 home games as the Muscatine will host Bettendorf on October 2nd, and then at home against Davenport Central. Now again, Iowa High School Athletic Association shortened the season to 7 regular season games. Every team is also eligible for the playoffs, so Muscatine will have a playoff game. Ben, any final thoughts as we wrap it up here at Clear Creek-Amana?
No, there were some positives tonight. We saw some good things on the defense. I thought we saw some good things in terms of responding to adversity there in the first half. Kind of things got away from them a little bit. We just couldn't make some plays when we needed to. Matter of inches here and there to get a couple key first downs would have kept drives alive. So I like what I saw of the coach's team. They certainly got better from week 1 to week 2. Go back and retool a little bit. I know there'll be a lot of film watching and guys developing, working on technique, and come back and hopefully we can see something against PV and start turning this thing around. And to your point, listen, there's playoffs are at the end of this season no matter what. So really it's about the journey, getting better. I think this is certainly, I don't have any inside information, but it seems to me that this probably plays a role in sort of the status of Tim Nimley.
Right.
When a guy's padded up, it doesn't play. It makes me think he could if he had to. And so because you're going to make it there, you're going to develop guys, you're going to do some things, and really it's about when do you win or lose that last game, right?
Right.
So
right.
That's really the key here, and I think we can see improvement in Coach Hawkins' team. We can see guys getting better, getting more confident, and I like that they're making decisions for the long term here because this is going to be a weird season. You don't know everything that's going to happen, and let's get Tim full strength. You think about with everything we've seen from Mentor, and then you put Tim back there, and boy, that's
a pretty good 1-2 punch there.
Going to be some teams real nervous about facing that for sure.
So the Muskies fall 41-21 in Tiffin, Iowa to Clear Creek-Amana. Thanks so much for watching on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Again, tune in next Friday as the Muskies take on the Pleasant Valley Spartans. See you all later. Thanks so much. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Stay safe and have fun.
Good night, everybody.